All right. And it seems as though we should be live again. If anyone is tuning into this now, I really hope that people start to realize this is happening.
I told Eric at least.
Eric reached out to me right away and he was like, "You shooting the shit over?"
Yeah.
And I was just like, no. I have no idea why it ended like that. I really don't understand why after Sean left that happened.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because, you know, it definitely wasn't. I did not click anywhere close to end broadcast. As a matter of fact, my mouse was right there ready to click on the next comment. So, yeah. And it's weird because, like, I started it up. It's not like, you know, when he got on here, it began or something. I don't know.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I'm confused. I am definitely confused. All I can hope is that even though this is the most random, fucking abrupt thing that could possibly be, that people end up kind of checking out. And I'll tell you what, even though it doesn't appear, and I'm not surprised at all that no one's here with us at the moment, I'm hoping that it's something where people eventually start to catch on. Maybe, just maybe. So in the meantime, I'm going to do this. I'm going to throw this up about Ask Us Anything because, you know, we'll get some new stuff in there, new questions. And I'm going to use my handy dandy cellular device that still happens to have some comments or questions or whatever the case may be. Excuse me. Oh, fuck. We missed it. Dude, Joe was popping up in the stream. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Wow. We are really just, this was, oh my gosh. Hey. All right. So, ready? Hey. Someone knows that we're still going on. What's up, Drew? Thank you very much for keeping an eye out, bud. Really appreciate it. Because I'm sorry. You're probably actually, Drew, going to hear us say sorry the most since you're the first one on here. Because we're probably going to apologize to like every single person that comes on. Just because of the fact that that was not expected. That was not expected or anticipated. But Drew, thank you for being back here, man, and hope that you are still having a good time, right? Not having one before only, but still having one now. This is going to seem really weird on my channel. 2 nights, and it's got 2 live streams like this. Let's just, you know what? Let's just make let's all have the Cinema Squad live in a house together. And then we'll just do like a live stream of all of us just living in the house and how life.
I'm just posting a post just to make sure to let everyone know.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That is so much better of an idea than what I'm doing. I'm just kind of hoping for the fucking best here, and that's terrible. So yep. Let me go ahead and let's share this. Hey, look, Eric's coming back. What's up, Eric? Thank you for popping back, Eric. Thank you for popping back. And oh my gosh, Dan, that was fucking really quick.
Yeah.
That was good job, bud.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm totally gonna I'm gonna jack that real quick. That sounded kind of weird. Didn't mean for it to. No, it didn't. I guess it's perspective. It didn't need to sound weird. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. If anyone that's watching, we are currently apologizing not just to all of you, but also on social media, as far as to why there is such an abrupt ending like that. Sorry for the abrupt ending. It was not intended to be the end. Join us for some more. Let's see, Dan. I'm gonna tag you in it, bud. Okay, and it would probably help if I put the link. Shit. What did I just do? Oh my gosh, this is going great so far. Drew, what do you got for us? Let's see. Sorry. All right, question. Which Die Hard villain do you think is better, Thomas Gabriel for Die Hard 4 or Connor Stewart from Die Hard 2? Ooh, okay. That's fine. I wouldn't have been able to say the names unless you just mentioned that there, man, but I would definitely say from Die Hard. Oh my gosh. I remember Die Hard 2 more than 4. So I'm just going to go with that.
So I've only seen the first 3. And I think I don't need to see 4, right? Or 5. Maybe 5's good. One of them is good, right? 4 or 5 is.
I think 4 is the one that's good. I think 5 is the one you could probably skip.
Because it's PG-13. It's PG-13, right?
Yeah. Let's see, what do we got as far as I'm not sure. They're both solid, but not the best. Would have to watch them to decide. I agree, Eric. Yeah, that's the thing is, sometimes there are certain movies that stick out with you like so vividly where you you want to watch it again, but you don't have to watch it again. You really just it's stuck with you. You know what's going on. And then there's ones where that's not the case. Fuck, no, I lost the question.
What? No.
Because when I went to get the link for the new video.
Oh yeah.
And when I went to get that, it took me away.
So try to go back to your first video and scroll to the end and see if live chat is there, or is live chat not there?
Hold on, let me see. Let's check what's going on. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad that as far as for anyone that just probably there's so many people that are confused.
Yes. It's okay.
Eric saying 4 is worth a watch. And no, 4 is PG-13, but it's the good one. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Who would win in a fight, the Terminator or Neo? Holy shit. Wow, what an interesting question.
Yeah.
The Terminator? I mean, well, because is that fair? Is the Terminator fighting Neo in the Matrix or no? Because if he's fighting him in the Matrix, then I guess Neo.
Yeah.
Right? And no, it's not letting me pull up the live chat of the last one.
Oh.
Not yet.
So if anyone has questions that they asked in the first one,
yeah,
and they want to ask them again, yeah, absolutely.
I feel free to throw whatever in. Let's see. Eric is just saying 5 is rated R, but it's bad. Wait, real quick, Dan, who do you think? Terminator or Neo? Just quick answer. Who do you think?
Terminator.
Yeah?
Terminator, yeah. But I have yet to see any Matrix film.
Holy fuck, man. I keep forgetting that. For the love of God, Dan, you got to at least watch the first one.
I know.
Because the first one's really good, man. The first one is iconic when it comes to films. The other two, those I would have to rewatch as well. But dude, you got to at least see the first one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
John C. No. Jace. Oh, wait, I said one more Jace than you did. You only said 3. Jace. Wait, no, what? Is it because we ended and then we came back? I don't know what the no is for. I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad you're back, John. Regardless, no matter what the reasoning is. Thanks for popping back on. Florentina, I know I said I was going to bed, but I'm still awake and just dipping in and out when I can because my sleep schedule is non-existent. Well, I'll tell you what, Florentina, I am very happy that if you're not going to be getting sleep, that your choice is to go ahead and hang out with us while you are not getting rest. So thank you very much. And hope you're not losing too much sleep or anything. But I know how it is. Hey, you know what? That's the best reason why it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Oh my God, forget I sang that song. What the fuck?
And that wasn't even on key.
Hey, that's not the point, Dan. We know what song was going on there, and it was not intended to come out. It was truly.
I have fun with that song.
Well, I didn't. I'm sorry, but I'm glad you did. But it came out because truly sponsoring the Cinema Squad, in case you happen to forget.
All right, I'm done sharing. Okay.
All right. Let's see. And then what Jacelodian? I bet that's what I was trying to be instead of Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
That brings back memories. Did you watch Nickelodeon growing up?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, man. That was something where it's whenever I see certain things or hear certain things like that, the Nickelodeon, it's just instantly a wave of nostalgia.
Hey, Jerry, movie guy.
What's up, Brian? Thank you for being back here, man. I'm glad that you realized that we weren't quite done. I feel so bad for anybody that doesn't realize what the heck happened. Hey, if it makes you guys feel any better, we don't know what happened either.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, I can't say it any better than that. I have no fucking clue as to why it completely just ended the stream when Sean left. That was not the intention. Hence the reason that this stream is happening right now. I'm glad you made it to this continuation. Hey, Eric, I'm glad that everybody made it here, man. Because yeah, this is like I was saying, right? Just that was not intended. So we're keeping it going.
Yes.
Joe.
Oh, Joe.
Sup, fellas? How was the stream? Dipped into for a minute just to say hi, but then it ended. I know, Joe. I feel so bad because don't get me wrong, man. We were behind on the comments, anyways. But that was the thing. We were trying to get caught back up and everything, and then fate decided otherwise. I guess I don't know how else to put it.
Yes.
The TVA was coming after Dan, and then they thought the best way to go after him was to take down the stream. Let's see. People bash 4 because PG-13. The rating doesn't matter. What matters is the film. And actually that's true.
Yeah.
And that's the main reason why when it was mentioned, I think 4 stood out to me a lot more. I do remember 5 being the one where it's like, do they really need to make this shit anymore? John C is saying Neo because wait, what? Neo because Enwo?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not too sure. Live Free or Die Hard is underrated. I don't think I've seen that one actually. I think after the 4th one, I don't even know if I saw the 5th one. The one we're talking about that may be so bad. I'm not actually sure if I ever caught that. Eric's saying Neo. Again, so again, I think this boils down to, are we talking in the Matrix or not in the Matrix? Because if it's in the Matrix, then, I mean, I don't think it's much of a competition. I think Neo would probably just, like, annihilate Terminator. But if it's not in the Matrix, isn't it kind of like the exact opposite?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying. Again, though, I don't. Remember, I have not seen The Matrix yet, but I will watch it soon.
That's right. That's what. Hey guys, just so you know, after this stream is over, Dan is watching The Matrix. That's the first thing.
I will be watching Sex Education season 3.
Didn't you finish it already or something?
No, Florentina did. I'm on the first episode. The season just came out today.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Love Live Free or Die Hard. Hate Die Hard 5, says Brian. Okay, so I think we're getting more and more confirmation that, yeah, 5 is not the one to be checking out or bothering with.
Yeah.
Jace, I'm happy my episode 8 intro broke you. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
the end. Okay, there has not been the end of any other intro so far that has made me just like crack up like that. What the hell is that, Dan?
Eric wanted us to show his picture that he just sent us of the thing he got.
Did I miss it? Oh, the Justice League trilogy? Okay, because I saw them and I couldn't tell for sure. Aha!
I hate it because he wants Brian to see it. I got this as well, Brian, so I have this set as well. I wasn't going to get it at first, but it comes with some cool cards and stuff.
Nice. No, not bad. Not bad. It's weird because I have mixed emotions. There's a part of me that like has such a respect for, you know, like a collection of that stuff. And I have like a pretty decent built up like DVD collection and everything like that. But I don't know. There's just like, it's a hit or miss for me as to whether I would bother getting certain things. It depends.
Yeah.
What's Eric saying? I kind of like Die Hard 5, but won't defend it. Oh my gosh. A movie that even Eric won't defend?
I know.
Huh. Let's see. The View of Drew. Which action movie hero do you like the most? Terminator, John McClane, Mad Max, or Neo? Oh, I'm going to go Neo for sure, without a fucking doubt.
Just because I have not seen Matrix. How many times am I going to say that this stream? Just because I have not seen it yet. Ooh. It's either Terminator or John McClane. I'm gonna say Terminator for now. Yeah.
Which?
I just think T2 is such an amazing film.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, no, there's no. I mean, like, oh my gosh, man, that is that's something that like the movie itself is not comparable to many other things. But yeah, I will say, like, at least out of all these characters mentioned here, like, definitely, and I think Dan, even you'll agree after watching the first one, I think you'll be like, all right, I see what you're mentioning here, Neo. Was Jonathan? Jason coming by tomorrow? Oh, are you now? I'm finishing up my Winter Soldier tattoo. Oh shit! You can take a look at it. Damn. Dude, I don't know where you'll be at. As a matter of fact, as far as tomorrow, I don't even know where I'll be at. It's just because I know that there has been. Well, that's up to my family, I guess, to a certain extent. I don't know what the heck we got going on, but no, I mean, man, nonetheless, I definitely want to see it without a doubt. Is it like a full blown him, like a full picture of Winter Soldier, or do you maybe just got like where like your arm is maybe kind of like almost like his metal arm or something?
That would be awesome.
Right? That would be fucking dope. I'm intrigued, to say the least, man. I'm intrigued.
Dang it, I was gonna say who's the Winter Soldier, but then when you said that, I was like, no, I gotta say that's awesome.
Let's see. Drew saying Live Free or Die Hard is great. You guys are just making me want to watch like the whole Die Hard franchise at this point.
Me too.
You know, I just like just to see of what we're talking about, and then also because you know how sometimes when you got quite a few drinks in you and you're just like, let's just throw some fucking movies on and hang out. That's what this is feeling like.
Yeah.
Matrix 3 overrated. Pale twins with dreadlocks. Oh gosh, Brian, you're right. Yeah, man.
But I thought people hated that. So is it overrated? You know?
Well, no. Look, the second two Matrix movies. So the first one is just stellar. The second two, I think, have great action sequences and set pieces like that. But like as far as just straight up movies go, I don't think they capture what the first one did, from what I can remember from them. And I highly doubt, honestly, that rewatching it would make me feel any different because I remember strongly feeling that way. Got some.
I was thinking about doing a first time watching video for all three Matrix leading up to the fourth one.
Dude, you should actually. Yeah. But if you're gonna, then you got to hop on that. Isn't that coming out relatively soon?
When is it coming out? The trailer was awesome. See, I loved the trailer, even though I don't really know much.
Okay, see, this is what I'm curious to hear your thoughts on. I've said this before, but I will definitely say it again. So, like, the trailer is very awesome to me too. I'm really intrigued by it. But the one thing that I'm also kind of like taken aback by is how there aren't more people that seem to acknowledge, like, doesn't this seem like the first movie with a new coat of paint?
Yeah.
And I hope it's not. I really do. Like, here's the thing. I love the first movie, so it's not like I'd be like that upset. But I don't want it to be the same thing. And I something tells me that they're just showing it to be like that to subvert expectations. But yeah, I don't know. There's just something about it where it's like, okay, so he realizes he's in a fake world, and he meets Morpheus, and he takes the red pill, and then he trains with Morpheus and realizes how strong he is, and breaks through the major. Like, is that what's different so far? It's all that this is all the first movie.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to see when I watch them. But yeah.
Yeah. In case anyone hasn't heard already, Dan hasn't seen the Matrix movies, even though we've said it 20 times within the 19 minutes that we've got this. This thing.
I will say I have to watch them both again, but I don't. And you said this too, I think, but The Force Awakens is just A New Hope. So I have to watch them both again to see that, because I don't see that. I think they're both really good movies, but I have not seen A New Hope in a while. So I have to watch it again.
It just it has a lot of elements. Like, there's a lot of themes. There's a lot of plot devices or plot points that are like, this is literally what they did in A New Hope. And you could tell that in some cases they're maybe just trying to pay homage. I don't really think they're full-blown trying to copy and paste what they did. But I don't know if it's every part of it is as effective as they want it to be. But it's still the best of the new trilogy, like, without a doubt, because it was before everything got really convoluted and twisted. It was when it still actually had, like, a remnant of hope there.
Yeah. Random. Well, not random. It's about Star Wars. Rogue One's like one of my favorite Star Wars films. I can't.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Rogue One is amazing. They did such a good job of that with proving, like, so many people sometimes are like, why does all the Star Wars movies have to be about the Jedi and the Sith? Which I personally don't agree with those thoughts or complaints, because that's like my favorite part of Star Wars. But Rogue One was a perfect example of like showing that you don't need to have it completely focused on that in order for it to be the best Star Wars movie ever or close to it. Because yeah, that was great. Although one of the best parts of Rogue One is when Darth Vader pops up.
I love that's like one of my favorite Star Wars scenes.
With the way he lifts the guy up to the ceiling and then goes like that and like slices him in half as he's walking past. I'm really excited to see the Kenobi show where Hayden Christensen's coming back as him.
Yeah.
As far as I won't say much, but Eric, yes, it does seem like people do hate the third Matrix. I always forget I guess the only other thing I'll toss in here, I legitimately forget all the time that the third and the second and the third Matrix both came out in the same year.
Oh wow.
Right? Which is like, to me, that's like fucking unheard of.
Yeah. That is.
So,
I think they filmed these back to back, but Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2 came out not in the same year, but like months apart. Like, so one came out at the end of one year, and then I think the next came out in the summer of the next year.
Oh shit! Well, that's close enough then. That's like the same premise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy impressive.
Yeah.
Hey, Florentina. I'm guessing this was hey to someone else, but nonetheless, what's up? I'm guessing this is what. Yep, there you go. I love how he puts in parentheses, not sexual.
Well, probably knowing the Cinema Squad, he probably thinks we would have thought it was sexual.
Yeah, probably. Joe saying, I just watched the skit. What have we created? I know. I love bringing it up. I know we've already said it before, but like, I love acknowledging this. The fact that this all started because Joe missed 1 week of the Cinema Squad, the first time that we did it, the shooting the shit, and just had to come up with a little skit to be like, since I can't be there, let's go ahead and put this in.
Yeah.
Joe, if it wasn't for you doing the Paper Bag Man thing, I'm sure we would probably be doing skits still, because it seemed like that was an interest right away. But yeah, I don't know what it would be, man. I don't think
that'll have to be my a what if skit. What if Joe never missed a week or something?
Oh, that is such a good idea, Dan. Oh my god, that is such a good idea. Well, because then what we have to do is we just have to come up with a bunch of different skits that are not related to Paper Bag Man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I know I gotta say this is fantastic because like I know it was such an on the whim, like out of nowhere type of thing, but coming up with the agent was like I didn't come up with him. Like it was just I just did it. You know what I mean? It just happened. But continuing to be him has been like such a pleasure. He's such like I get such a kick out of him as a character, which is really funny to say since I play him. But yeah, it makes me laugh. It cracks me up, and I think it's something that I love the fact that like so many other of us within the squad have liked him enough to keep continuing him in the skits just as much as everybody else.
Yes, I love him. Yeah. So Dan Wick, I hate dressing up in nice, like, remember the first one I was in the suit and everything as Dan Wick, and then another one I was in the suit again, but I don't like really dressing up that much, so that's why I like made casual Dan Wick, just random stuff in all these different clothes. But that
works, man. That works. I thought this was hilarious. Florentine saying, Eric, that's too many wink faces to make me believe it's not sexual. That's a good point. Let's see. Who's an actor you think is underrated? I think Will Poulter, who played, is it, Ally or Allie in Maze Runner?
I forgot what his name was in the Maze Runner, but something. But I do agree with this. I think Will Poulter is a really underrated actor. I think he's really good in the Maze Runner series. We're the Millers. I know it's a more funny one, but I love him in that. But yeah, no, I think he's a good actor.
Yeah, no, and then it's really tough. I feel like unfortunately I'm a little more than I'd like to be out of touch with maybe people who are right kind of been in stuff that are not as well known that should be known and everything. I feel like there was a time I used to be like so much more on top of that. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I will say Will Poulter is definitely a good choice. I'm almost surprised that kid's not in more things. I do think I think an area he should jump into that it seems like he already tried to at one point is like I'd love to see him in horror movies. I think he could be a really, really scary person if he acted that way.
Yeah.
And obviously this was proven because for anyone that doesn't know, he was actually almost going to be Pennywise before Bill Skarsgård was. And to the point where they actually released I think he had done like a makeup test for it. I could be wrong, but there was something he did something for it before it became official, of course. And then they ended up going with Bill Skarsgård instead, which I think was a great choice because I absolutely love his performance. But to this day, it's like I would love to see what Will Poulter would have done with that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that would have been interesting. And then also in the Maze Runner, Dylan O'Brien, I think, is such an underrated actor. He's rated fine, but I think he should be an action star. I don't know. I think he has so much more potential than what he's been given so far, and he's been given some good roles. But I love him. And Samara Weaving. Have you seen Ready or Not? The horror hide and seek game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so she's the main girl in that. The Babysitter movies on Netflix. She was in Snake Eyes real quick. So I wish she did more too. She's basically Margot Robbie. She looks like Margot Robbie, but I would like to see her more of her.
Uh-oh, Joe, don't worry, it's okay. I feel like anytime we say Margot Robbie, we got to just warn Joe.
Yes.
Looks like Florentina agrees that Will Poulter is definitely good, and she says that his best role is in Detroit.
Okay, I haven't seen Detroit yet. It's on the list, I think.
Yeah, it's on the list. What does Brian got? No, Snyderverse 4K. Damn, Brian, you just is Brian, I gotta ask, man, is it something that is it a particular reason? In other words, do I mean do you not like his directing style? Is there something in particular that makes you kind of really not care for Zack Snyder, in totality? Because I think I could agree that there's just some stuff of his that's not that great, but I think there's some things where it's you know what? It doesn't matter who directed this. This is good, right? And if it just so happens it was him, it just so happens it was him. But let's see. Florentina, speaking about Detroit, it's not an easy watch because of the subject matter, but he is so good in it. He plays such a horrible character, but he does it so irredeemably well. Then you know what? I am curious to see that then, because I really like when actors or actresses do that. When they play a role so well that you just fucking despise them.
Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm. Or Ramsay.
But it's weird. I see that differently. Joffrey's just such an annoying little brat. And
well, no, that's why I said or, right? Definitely not oh no, Ramsay even more. No, just I'm saying Joffrey as well. You know what I mean? Because I'm right there with you. He's a spoiled little shit where you just want to constantly just, hey, shut up, know your place. Who do you think you are?
And I liked his brother because he seemed like a good person compared.
Yeah,
to
Tommen.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is the kid who plays Tommen, he played a different Lannister earlier in Game of Thrones.
I heard that, yeah.
Yeah, it's it's one episode and he has one line. It's where I think it's in the second season where Robb Stark has Jaime Lannister kept prisoner. And there's a part where Jaime Lannister's saying he's trying to get a message sent out or something, and he ends up saying it to and it's oh shit, that's Tommen, but that was before he was Tommen.
Yeah.
Interesting indeed. I always like stuff like that. That's what. God damn it, Joe.
Joe, I can't on the spot.
I mean, that's Joe. That is such a good question. And like, why do you have to? What are you trying to top D? Is that what you're doing here? You just trying to be another D movie, man? Well, guess what, Geeky Hijinks? You're not. You're Geeky Hijinks. And I can't think of a film right now. Come on, man. What kind of question is that? That's way too difficult. Come at me with some easy stuff, man.
Yeah, come on.
Oh,
Like-
and this is great.
A film.
Saying a film.
Oh, good. Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but it's on the list.
Best action hero that isn't James Bond or a superhero.
Ooh, Keanu Reeves is really good. Oh, are you saying an actual character?
Actually, yeah, that's it. No, that's a good. I'd say right. John Wick is up there.
Yeah.
What
about John Bond and Dan Wick?
I love when John takes the gun and goes.
I love it. Yeah. Jason, did we find out if that Nassim is your girlfriend, Nassim?
I'm like nearly positive that it is. I'm nearly positive. And actually, it made me think. I think I might. I'm not gonna write this second, but sorry. Going back to the other part, I think at some point I might actually end up replaying the skit. That shit cracked me up.
Okay. Yes. Please. Okay. Best action here though. I also really like Tom Cruise. At least in I love Fallout. I think it's such a good Mission Impossible film. So yeah, that's another answer.
Nice. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Joe coming up with the difficult questions today. You damn right. Yeah. Damn right. Absolute right. That's
Joe, it's too late. It's 10:37 here.
Yeah, come on. And Joe saying, listen, yeah, I've saved that up in my diary or my question diary all week. I'll admit it needs work, but it's edgy, right? I mean, Joe, let's be honest here. Has there been a better question so far? You don't need to worry about saying no because there hasn't been. So let's see. No. What is it? The dark is not automatically depressing.
Brian said they're depressing. About the Snyder.
Oh, about the Snyder. Okay, yeah, no, I think it went back. Okay. Who do you think is the best Bourne villain? Fuck, man, I don't even remember the Bourne villains.
I've not seen a Bourne movie yet.
Oh, come on, Dan.
I own them. I have the set. Because it was so cheap on Black Friday one time. So I do have the set. I'm going to watch them eventually.
Well, that's something.
I wouldn't remember the villain anyway, because Fallout, I love Fallout. And I remember Henry Cavill as the villain, but I don't remember his name or anything.
Fair enough. And that's something all I can say is like, I remember, I always enjoyed the Bourne movies to a degree. Like I think they start off really well, and just like anything else, it starts to get a little shaky and convoluted later on. But I can't say sadly, and I don't know what this means about the movies, or maybe just how much I paid attention to it at the time. I think I looked at movies differently back then when I was watching this type of stuff. I don't really remember. Like, I can't say I remember any of the movies. As a matter of fact, as sad as it is to say, and this just goes to prove how I need to rewatch them. I'm not trying to say this is bad about the movies. I just need to rewatch the movies. All I remember about Jason Bourne movies is fucking Matt Damon running around rooftops and fighting the shit out of people and beating their asses.
Yes.
That's like all I really remember. Let's see. Brian real quick was throwing in that he agrees with Rogue One, easily the best Disney Star Wars flick. As far as, yes, the Disney ones, 100%, Brian. I do think that actually Solo gets a little overlooked and is kind of underrated. I'm not saying it's great, or I'm not trying to make it seem like it's that amazing. Okay. I just don't.
I'm with you on that too.
Okay. I appreciate it, because like I don't think it's really that bad though. Donald Glover as a young Lando Calrissian is amazing.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Which is why I hope that the Lando show, which there hasn't been many announcements on it recently since they initially said it. If they're still doing the Lando show for Disney Plus, I really hope what they end up going with is that it's a narration from oh my gosh. Wow.
Yes, Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams. Holy crap! Thank you. I felt terrible for a second. I hope it's a narration from Billy D. Williams, and it's him talking about past experiences of his life growing up, and then it's just Lando Calrissian, or oh my gosh, Donald Glover playing a younger Lando Calrissian like throughout the show. That would be amazing for me.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Let's see. As far as speaking of this has to be the Nassim that I think it is, which at this point I'm just gonna take a wild assumption and not even get Nassim. Thank you so much, babe, for being here. And can I just say that obviously, right? I'm right there with you, as we were just saying. Rogue One is fantastic. Absolutely love that movie. Also, Nassim, since we're talking about Star Wars, babe, we gotta finish Rebels. You haven't finished Rebels yet. And like the reason why that would be kind of cool is like, all right, not like it connects entirely, but the ship, there's a ship that's called Ghost in Rebels. That's their main ship. The ship is in Rogue One. The Ghost is in Rogue One. Which I just thought was like, oh my God, they acknowledged it in there. So
I have to watch Rogue One now.
I know, right? I definitely want Nassim, come over and let's watch Rogue One. Let's see. Flying down real quick, just at least because let's see, something that somebody had pointed, because I see some very good conversation. Oh no, what the heck happened here? Son of a biznitch. Sometimes when I actually know what people mean now when they're scrolling, they're like, oh no, it took me to the end of the comments. But you know what I don't get? When people are like, I can't get back to the comments.
Yeah, no, I don't get that either.
Yeah. I mean, that's not, at least that hasn't happened to me. Like, I'm always able to just scroll back up and then find where I was.
Yeah.
Usually. Well, I think there was like one time where it like cut some stuff off and I was like, oh, I don't know how that happened. But otherwise, I don't know. What did Brian throw in? This is just something as I'm scrolling through. I saw this and it seemed interesting. Love Nolan 1 and 2. Didn't like The Dark Knight Rises. Story was a mess. Couldn't understand Bane's voice. Side quest to jail killed the second act, and the wintertime setting was flat. Oh shit, Brian! Really coming heavy when it comes to like the reasoning behind it, man. Bane's voice is something that's up for discussion. I don't think I thought it was so jokey when it first came out. You know, like I think now it's become like a fucking living meme. But I didn't look at it that way when it first started. It almost, dare I say, when it first came out, had a touch of intimidation to it. I think that was because of his physical prowess as well, like his presence that he brought. But there was something to it that was just almost like, this is like weird. It's like almost off-putting in a good way. And I think just now over time, because there's been so many parodies and everything, it just becomes like a joke.
Yeah. The side quest to jail, is that when Bruce was locked?
When he breaks his back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and which I agree. I agree a lot with that.
They took me out of the film a little bit.
Yeah, and which is sad because like that's actually, so that was them doing a very good job of paying homage to the comics, because that's like a huge thing. When Bane breaks Batman's back in the comics, that's a big fucking deal, which I actually like that that's a big deal, because it's not, uh-oh, someone died, look at how epic this is, because I get it, that's always epic, but not everyone has to die for it to be an epic moment. So the fact that they took that so seriously, like there's a serious injury and it put him out of the, out of business for a little bit. That was definitely nice that they threw that in there. But unfortunately, yeah, for this movie, it became such an elongated side thing that I can agree with you on that, Brian. It was a bit much.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was Eric saying? From what I remember, yeah, but Mission Impossible villains are not that memorable. One of the many reasons I still think Bond is superior, even though I think maybe, if I'm not mistaken, as I was going through, there were some comments regarding not just the Bourne stuff, but then Mission Impossible and then Bond. So I think there was just like villains galore being spoken about. They do seem, all of those movies, Mission Impossible, Bond. Well, no, Bond seems like they already have iconic villains, but Mission Impossible and the Bourne movies, and I feel bad because I got to rewatch some of those, but it's just like I don't remember much of anything about the villains.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough to say much. It's kind of, and I feel like that's discouraging because they seem like they should have good villains.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what, John? You may or may not be the only one. I don't know for sure, but you might not be the only one. Brian said, Margot Robbie, woo woo. Shh, Brian, shh. Just don't. I agree, right? Woo woo, but don't woo woo when Joe's around. Just be careful. Be careful. Hey, and by the way, Joe, what's up, bro? How you doing? Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. By the way, we didn't say anything right there. Nothing's happening right now. Nothing's going on, man. Harley Quinn? That's all we were saying? She's a really good Harley Quinn. In case anyone's not sure of what we're talking about, there may or may not be a history with someone of the squad that happens to be of British descent and a certain someone who's played Margot Robbie in movies.
Who's played?
I'm just joking. I mean, I'm sorry. Who played Harley Quinn in movies? That was terrible. That's why I made myself crack up there, and that was not even on purpose. Yeah, who's played Harley Quinn in movies? That's what I meant to say. Which action movie villain do you like more, Agent Smith, T-1000, or Hans Gruber? Oh shit.
Wait, who's Agent Smith?
So yeah, this is another unfair one for you. So guys, just in case you're not aware, Dan hasn't seen The Matrix. Agent Smith is Hugo Weaving's character from The Matrix, and he's fucking phenomenal, by the way. Agent Smith is amazing. I'm gonna go with Agent Smith.
Yeah. I would. Well,
Hans Gruber is a close second.
Hans Gruber is probably my number one then, because I have not seen. What have I not seen again? The Matrix. Yeah, I've not seen The Matrix.
I don't know why that's making me crack up so much.
I will watch The Matrix though soon.
Dan, at this point, like, you're gonna disappoint probably like a lot of people.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. I had to. John C is saying that Hans. I don't know why I'm saying John. I'm just clarifying because we obviously know there's John Man in movies, and I just don't want people to get confused. So anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hans. That is a good vote, John. I really do think it is. Let's see. Ramsey, Joffrey is the worst, but somehow Ramsey I hate even more. Both phenomenal performances.
Yeah, Ramsey's the worst person.
Yeah.
But the little pipsqueak, I don't like him.
I know. Believe me, Dan, I'm there with you. Like, he's like the only child I would probably like be okay with punching in the face. Because it's just like, he deserves it. He's so taking advantage of the power he has at hand. He's such a douchebag about it. But yeah. Ramsey is just a manipulative piece of shit that's like, dude, you just have like such a messed up mindset. The fact that he like sets the stage the way he does in order to fuck people over the way he does, that's an extra special kind of messed up.
Yes.
Jace, let's get baked and binge watch Marvel movies. Oh, I mean, say less, man. You gonna tell me like that?
John and Jace, can I come?
Yes, Dan. Of course you can. Absolutely. Without a doubt. That would make it fucking epic. That would be great. Let's see. Yes, I remember where Tillman, when he was a different character at first. Yeah, right. Isn't that? Not like it's the craziest thing because he was a small character, but I think it's funny when they do stuff like that. They're doing it again. This is not the same thing because like Game of Thrones, obviously it's the same continuity, but the guy, what the hell's his name? Mahershala Ali or something. The guy who is gonna be the new Blade. He was in the Luke Cage show. He was the villain of the second season of Luke Cage.
Oh, yes.
So that's something where it's... Yeah. At least that anyway. And that's just something where it's not the same because Luke Cage, they made it clear that the Netflix shows, even if they bring those characters back in, they've kind of already established that they're not going to be like the same characters. or not, I'm sorry, not the same character. They're going to be the same characters, but they're not going to have the same history. They're kind of going to just ignore the history of the Netflix shows. They were saying more so like the Netflix versions of these characters are intended to be like variants.
Okay. Yeah, and Jace, this is smaller, but in Civil War, the woman that confronts Robert, Tony, she's in Cage.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yes, exactly right. Another good example of it, man. But it's interesting when that happens. It's definitely interesting. Nassim definitely getting a kick out of John's proposal there. I'll tell you what, Nassim, join us, babe. Let's just make it a thing. We're right watching all the Marvel movies. I don't give a shit, or just some of them, right? Let's pick a certain one. Maybe all the Iron Man movies. Maybe all the Captain America movies. Maybe that. Let's do all the I don't know. It could be any of them, but the Captain America.
Not Captain Marvel. Not Captain Marvel.
Maybe not Captain Marvel. Yeah.
Maybe not Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah. Nikki Gaiman. Oh shit, man. Hey, what's up? I'm glad you caught the stream. How the hell are you, dude? I'm good. How are you?
Is that your friend, Jace?
It's definitely, yeah, it's someone that I'm familiar with as far as on a real life basis, and man, it's one of those where it definitely like one of those mutual acquaintance type things, but like at the same time each other a smidgen more than that. I don't know what the best way to put it is. Shit. Regardless, I'm sorry. It's because I'm tipsy. I can't think of exactly how to explain this. Nick, it's definitely, thank you for joining by, man. And I'm glad you got a chance to catch the stream. He's a very like big supporter and stuff. Like when I post stuff, he's always quick to be one of like the first to like it and everything. And I can only imagine that sometimes when it comes to like the timing of the streams and everything, it's hard to get around to. Brian Cox is the best foreign villain. Well, first of all, Patrick, thank you for stopping by, man. And again, I will stick with the fact of, unfortunately, I cannot speak on this because I don't remember any of the Bourne villains. Let's see. What are some superhero movies you think are underrated? I think Man of Steel. Okay. Well, Man of Steel probably is underrated, and I agree. At first I was gonna say, is that underrated? But actually, yeah, probably. The Wolverine and the Incredible Hulk. What do you think, Dan?
So we talked about it earlier. Shazam, I think, is a really underrated one. I love Shazam.
Yeah.
And Shazam's gonna be my answer for now. I have to think about other ones.
Okay. I don't want to take just from your answers, Drew, but just because you did give some good ones, I do think Man of Steel is underrated. More so, this is what I'm saying. I think Henry Cavill's performance of Superman is underrated. I think he is a fucking perfect Superman. Like, I absolutely love him in that role. And
that's like him. He looks like who I picture Superman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a physical embodiment of it. I know, right? Obviously, he's British, but he does just enough of a good what you want it to sound like, And I brought up before that people look at Christopher Reeves as like that. He's the Superman of original, when movies were first getting kicked off, right? He's the starting Superman. So I don't mean at all to say this this is not a comparison. This is not as one is better than the other. But just like how Christopher Reeves was the Superman for that time frame when his movies were out, I feel like Henry Cavill could be that Superman for us for this time period. It's just so obnoxiously on point, and I don't like the idea of him not being that character anymore.
I know, me neither. Yeah. And I actually do agree with Incredible Hulk. Yes, that's like the odd man out of the MCU, but I think it's it's like an okay movie. It's not.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with it necessarily. I mean, is it like the greatest movie? Yeah, no, we could always pick certain parts apart. Anybody that's seen my stuff knows how much I like to just rip things apart. But nonetheless, it's still like a very enjoyable movie. I don't think Edward Norton did bad. I don't dislike the Abomination against the Hulk, which is tough because normally that's one of Marvel's biggest downfalls, right? Is having the hero face off against another replicate of themselves as the villain for their origin movie. But, the Abomination, it works. It's kind of like, what the fuck else do you expect to go up against the Hulk? So and I'm curious where that's going to go since Abomination came back in Shang-Chi.
Yes, even though, would you remember I told you that it was wasted? Like, why was he? Why was he there?
No, it was there was no purpose. That was nothing more. Okay.
To put in the trailer to get people to watch it.
Yep. Right. I just think I think Marvel knew, hey, there's not as many people that are really interested in this as we want. We kind of knew this was a risk in the first place. Let's put some shit like this in the trailer, and that's definitely going to make people jump on. And here's the thing, it did. I mean, who the hell would not be curious as to why the fuck Wong and Abomination are fighting in a ring? And not to, sorry in advance for anyone that hasn't seen it. So, right, spoiler, if you consider this a spoiler. There's no fucking purpose to them being there. Like, there's not, it has nothing to do with the plot of the movie. It is not teased at like something is going to be taken advantage of that storyline later on. It's just like they're just there. And not only are they just there, but they're also like buddy for no reason.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, are they like, why are they friends?
Right.
They both went through the portal too. So it's like at the end. So at the end of that scene.
Right, like Wong, like the scene kind of ends after they fight, and Wong wins, and then like afterwards they're like together outside of the ring, and then Wong is just like, yeah, he's basically like saying I gotta teach you more technique with like throwing the punches or some shit, and then him and Abomination both leave together within a portal, and it was like, what? What? Why do you guys are cool with each other? I don't know, because there was nothing that made me. I know in the comics and in certain cartoons, even Abomination eventually ends up kind of becoming like a part of Team Hulk, right? Like all the people that are like that. But there was nothing at all in the Incredible Hulk that made it seem like he was about to be a good guy at all. So unless they do some crazy backstory, as far as like, kind of retroactively explaining what the hell happened there, I don't know where that's going.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see. One of the reasons I love Bond so much is that he has a rogue gallery that's better than the most superheroes. I'd go as far to say second only to Batman. Holy shit. That's probably a hot take. Yeah, man.
Does he mean villains then? Rogue gallery, I'm guessing?
Yeah, rogue gallery is like all the villains. And oh man, I mean, okay, Bond has like quite a few, but like, what about Spider-Man, dude? Spider-Man's rogue gallery like is enough to justify its own entire fucking universe. Hence the reason Sony's already doing it.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know, but I guess it's not completely unfair because you do have quite a few heroes that they have like their iconic villain and that's it, and they don't really have too many others. But I don't know. I'm not sure if I'd go as far as saying that, but I know Eric is really like. Bond is his thing. So
I didn't know this, but is Cheetah Wonder Woman's basically Joker or no? Like, is Cheetah Wonder Woman's main?
She's absolutely one of her main villains. I don't know if I'd go as far as saying she's the main counterpart, but she's one of the main villains for sure.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot of. I can't say I'm as well versed in a bunch of Wonder Woman comics. I've seen her in comics with Justice League type of stuff, but not like solo comics of her own. But I do know when it comes to like animated material, yeah, they pin her against Cheetah a lot. That's like one of the go-to villains for her. Ooh. Dan, what's your favorite Bergerac car video? Jace, what's your favorite The Upside Dan video? If not favorite, then one you really enjoy. Oh, I have a really shitty but good answer, so go for it, Dan. I'll let you. Do you know, or do you want me to start it off?
Who's Bergerac car? No.
Yeah, right? Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Jace, you started off.
Okay, so this is... I will try my best, obviously, to think of an even better answer because I guarantee you I probably actually no, I do have a even better answer aside from this.
We get both.
Yeah, so this is like I'm serious but also kind of joking answer. Both of Dan's what if reviews so far because of the fact that here's the thing, it's because I'm in them. So and just even if it's just voice, I'm really happy because Dan, voice work is one of my passions, and the fact that you allow me to have like an outlet for that to some extent is really, really cool. But it's also not just that; it's what you do with it. It's one thing for me to do some stuff. It's the fact that you took it and executed it really well and made such cool skits for both of those. So that's, like I said, it's a jokey answer, but it's also not. But I will say one that has nothing to do with me is your 40X video, the first one that you did, where it just like, I'll never forget how you just start off. You come into the video fucking soaking wet, and you sit down just and just like water. And I remember thinking when you spit the water out, I'm like, where the fuck did that go? Did he just spit it all over his phone or something?
No, my 4. No, it landed on my 4. But so what I wanted to do with that video was, it was too hard. I was trying literally to make it look like a lot of water came out of my ear. So I taped a paper cup to the back of my head, and I was trying to do that. It wasn't working at all. So I was like, okay, I'll just spit it out. Yeah. So, but that's a good. Yeah, I like those answers. I love your WandaVision one, because you talk about WandaVision, and I love WandaVision. So what would make WandaVision better? And I agreed with it, and I agreed with a lot of it, and I loved how you said it as if it was happening, as it happened. You didn't say, well, I would want them to do this, and then, oh, they would maybe do that. Yeah, so I really like your WandaVision one. Your Space Jam one, just because I like seeing you rip apart Space Jam. And then any of our, I know it's not on your channel, but our Loki live streams I had a lot of fun with. Yeah, so.
Oh man, I appreciate that. Good answer. Good answers back, bro. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I know that's. I'm so glad the what could have made it better is even like I'm so glad it's actually even interesting to other people.
Yeah.
Let's see, Eric throwing in. Dan, I'm so happy you talked me in again. This Spider Snacks. Oh my gosh, wow. Drunk a little bit, are you, Jace? So happy you talked me into getting this Snyder box set. It's so beautiful. It definitely seems like it from the picture.
It is beautiful. It is beautiful.
What are you saying? I just love the Dark Knight Rises Bane's voices. Well, and oh my gosh, this is such a great. Bane's voice is one of my favorite impressions to do when I've had too much to drink and I have an empty glass. What the fuck, Florentina? Why didn't you do it when you were our guest then?
Florentina.
Oh, come on. How is this only coming up now?
Florentina, next time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that is like, there's not even the next time that you're part of this, there's not an option. You're getting drunk, you're doing your Bane impression, and then you're allowed to leave. Then you could have a good rest of the night.
Only when Gotham is in ashes are you allowed to leave, or something like that.
I do a very good Babe.
Oh, he said Babe, but he means Bane, I think. But because after that, someone asked like the pig.
Like I knew what he meant right away.
Yes,
but still,
I think he's done that in our chat before. He's accidentally said Babe, but he meant Bane.
Woo, that was great. That was just great. One of the few times that autocorrect was probably really.
Yo, can we still see the Babe one?
Right,
Babe one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Joe, you need to now send us a clip of you doing Bane and Babe.
Yes, and then Babe as Bane. And
oh my god! But actually, so real quick, since we got the little bit of ridiculousness out from there, he's not joking, everybody. Joe has done his Bane impression for us before, and I do agree. I think he does a really good Bane impression. He mentioned that he said something. He's like, all you got to do is this, and then it sounds like him, and I was like, oh my gosh, it does.
I think it's the cup thing that Florentina was talking about. So I think it's the cup he was showing us.
Okay, yeah, that's right. You're right, because I remember he had that when he was doing it. Drew was throwing. I forgot to mention Dark Knight Rises is also underrated. Is that I don't know if I've heard enough, I guess, other opinions to say that if it's underrated or not, but maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. But the Dark Knight trilogy started my channel, because Batman Begins was my first real video.
Oh, and, shit, it was?
Yeah. I don't know why I decided that. I like them and everything, but they're not my favorite things ever. I do like them a lot, though. Totally.
Damn.
But yeah, I don't know why I decided to start with them. But
I would have never I would have thought for sure you would have started with something Stranger Things related.
I know, yeah, and I haven't done a Stranger Things thing yet.
Oh my god! I was just gonna ask, have you ever even covered Stranger Things?
No, I'm gonna wait for the new. I'm gonna wait for the new season now. But yeah, no, I have not even covered Stranger Things. I've mentioned it a few times throughout my year, but yeah, because my year's coming up. I don't know. My year's this month soon. Yeah.
Then are we doing something for it? We should do a live stream for it or some shit.
Okay. Yeah.
We should. We definitely should. The Distract. Whoa, we're still going. Yeah. What's up, guys? We are still going. Distract. Yeah, it was never supposed to stop in the first place.
Yeah.
So apologies if you were right checking it out before, and obviously I can imagine that it seems that we've got actually a very close amount to what we were at before. So I'm guessing this is the majority of people that were with us before. So thank you so much for coming back. And yeah, if you didn't happen to hear it prior to this, very, very sorry, everybody. That was not intentional to end the stream before. It was intentional to say bye to Sean, but for some reason, and literally, I would love for an answer to be given to this. When Sean left the stream, for some reason, it ended the broadcast. I don't know what was clicked. It sure as hell wasn't me, which is weird because I started the broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the reason why we started this back up, right? That's the reason why as soon as we kind of found that out, we kicked this back into gear. And thank you all for being back with us.
Yes. Just September 28th was my first video. So
oh shit. 11 more days.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Joe is throwing in. I have a character called B-Rex on my Wrong Turn review whose voice is literally Baines. All right, fair enough.
That review was so good. Did you it's a really good skit.
I was gonna say I'd have to see that because now, I feel like
it was before you might not have known us yet.
Yeah, because I don't remember seeing anything of his on Wrong Turn. And that's a shame. Can I also say this? Just since we're talking about this, I won't go on a huge rant about it, but it really is unfair to only get caught up in people's current material and not go back and see what they've done before.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that happened, and it's tough because we have so many people that we're trying to keep up with and everything. You make so many good relationships, and you want to just catch, this person put out a new video. Let me go ahead and see that. And it's tough. It's like, shoot, when do I decide to, dedicate a day to watching all this person's videos from when they first started? Yeah. And it's not to say that you got to watch every single thing that's ever come out, but it's definitely something where it's like, hey, even if it's before you became aware of that person, go back, see what they've put out, see if there's something that they reviewed or spoke about or something that it may not be the newest thing, but you're like, I've seen this, and hey, you know what? I liked your video on this one thing. Maybe I'm going to like your opinions on this particular thing as well. That's what, I hope that obviously for my stuff, I do that with other people. When I first find someone that I like, I'll purposely kind of filter back just a little bit. And I'm not going to sit here and act like, I watch every single thing that's put out. No, but I usually will try to find something that, let me go back and if I like that, find something that caters to me. Did they talk about anything that I like? I don't know.
Yeah. I've done that too. And with Joe, actually, I went back. So I think his Willy's Wonderland review and his Wrong Turn review, and I think there's a third one, are really good. I think they're definitely worth, because they have skits. He's good. He's good and all. But they have skits in them that are really funny, really creative.
Oh, dude, I remember the first time I saw a video of his in general, and there was a skit in there, and I will not forget. At the end of it, I thought to myself, okay, and here I was thinking I was doing enough.
Yeah. I love doing skits. I would do them more even in my Eyes of Tammy Faye, I did a skit in a really quick skit, and that's a movie you wouldn't think that I would have a skit for, but it was just a quick one. But yeah, no, I'm like Geeky Hijinks. I like Joe. I like to do skits as well.
Brian, what's he throwing in? I love the Bourne movies, but if they bother to use a steady cam, the middle-aged Jews fighting wouldn't look half as good. I do remember that too. There was a lot of quick cuts in the Bourne movies.
Yeah.
I think that was like not the excuse me, like first action movie to do it, but that was like one of the first action series that made that way too popular. Of
Yes.
the where you can't even tell what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Jace, we should play the skit again, or do you want to wait a little?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, why not? You know what? I mean, hey, we're an hour in, so don't worry, everybody. We're doing pretty good. We're not terribly behind on comments. However, just real quick.
Time for playing the skit.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's see. So real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and actually, before I forget to take it down, let me just take it down. And hey, so for everybody, if you did already see it, it's not that long, and hopefully you found it funny. So let's go ahead and check it out again. And if you didn't get a chance to check the skit the first time around, this was the skit from earlier this evening with Shooting the Shit. Here we are.
Oh, I'm so excited for this opportunity.
No.
Wait, no. What?
I'm sorry, but there is no way that you are going to be Paper Bag Man's sidekick.
Can you tell me why?
His tastes are, well, more refined than what you have to offer.
I have not even shown you what I can do with all of this.
Yeah, I don't need to see all that.
I have been waiting my whole damn life for this moment. I have been doing squats and Kegels to get myself here. You can't just give me a chance?
It's gonna be a hard pass, man.
That is fat ass man to you. And how about you nor your little paper bag man can handle this little booty? So, you've not seen the last of me.
Next, we have John Bond. Oh, God. Great.
It's finally my time to shine. Bond!
Okay, John Bond. Let's cut to the chase. Why do you deserve to be Paper Bag Man's sidekick?
Sidekick?
Yeah, that's what this whole fucking thing is about. Paper Bag Man is looking for his new sidekick.
You sure about that?
Oh my fucking god. Security?
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Oh, shoot.
Freaking believe this.
Neither can I. I mean, have you seen this?
Whoa! I don't need to see that. I believe you.
Okay, that's fine. You know what? It is time that we become our own heroes. We need to take revenge on Paper Bag Man and that casting director.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Because I'm Bond. John Bond. And I'll never just be a sidekick.
I absolutely love that.
Me too. That was so good.
That's so fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And in the meantime, hold on. I'm sorry. I thought I did a good job of keeping up with where the comments were. Don't worry. I didn't lose them. I still can't get over just the fact that we have turned that into what it is.
Yeah. Jeez. Will we ever find out the name of the agent? Oh, maybe
Ooh.
that should be the joke. Maybe we just never, or for a while, we don't find out what your name is. We just call you the agent,
At least, yeah, for now, he's just the agent.
the casting director.
See, I know why that's thrown in there because, like, I had it, like, the very first skit that I put out, the thumbnail that I had was the casting couch.
Yeah.
But, which I guess fits, but no, I would say that it's very much more,
Yeah.
the agent is
Yeah.
what fits.
Yes, definitely.
Let's.
No.
Not even gonna say anything. The best part of General Hux's movie About Time is his sister best friend Margot Robbie.
Was she in that?
I have no idea.
About Times with Rachel McAdams, I think.
Is it?
I think. There's also the Me Before You. I don't know. He might be thinking of Me Before You. Anyway, yeah, Dan, go watch The Matrix. Yes. I will. No, I have not. Or have I?
Florentina.
Dumb.
Don't do my man Donald like that. He is the best part of About Time. You know what? I haven't seen him in a lot of stuff, but something that I did actually like him in, that's not like Star Wars or anything like that related, is Black Mirror.
Oh, yeah.
There's an episode that he's in with Haley Atwell.
Okay.
And it's a really, really good episode. That, I mean, I like Black Mirror in its, like, in general. It obviously has some episodes that are not as good as the others, but overall, it's a really fucking good show. And Dan, have you seen it at all?
I've seen some episodes.
Okay, have you seen the one that I'm talking about?
No, I don't believe so. Yeah.
It's from the first season. I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember which episode, but it's from the first season. But yeah, it's Haley Atwell and that guy.
Yeah.
And by all means, yeah, it's really good. You should check it. I won't say anything much about it because I don't want to spoil anything. But it's really interesting. Guys, don't do Matrix spoilers for Dan. Don't talk about the T-Rex tap dancing with Neo. Robert Downey Jr. showing up as a leprechaun. And Margot Robbie shows up as Black Widow. Actually, hey, as like a what-if concept or a multiverse concept, that last part actually sounds pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
And he's confirming for me. Okay, so thank you. Yes, it's Mahershala Ali. That is the new Blade. I knew who it was. I could like picture his face. I just couldn't remember if I was saying the name right or anything. So I thank you for confirming that. Joe throwing in, guys, I may or may not drift off to sleep now, but if I do, know you are both awesome, and I leave you with this question. What is your best and worst part of the video editing process? Ooh, good question, Joe. I hope you're still with us, and that's a good question. I'm trying to think of what a good answer is to this.
That is a good question.
Okay, so I think the worst part. One of the worst parts of the editing process is just the gathering of everything. I am very heavy on using pictures and clips to match up with what I'm saying. And it's not like I don't enjoy being on screen, but I feel like they accompany my narration much better than just looking at me talking most of the time. That's just, again, for me personally. And so I guess it's the time consumption that goes into gathering the clips and the pictures, and then being so meticulous about matching stuff up. But that's like a mixed thing. It's like It's something that I can't stand. It's tedious, and then I also enjoy it at the same time. But it's like something you enjoy after it's all said and done. Like, yeah, the process of it is fun, but it's more so like once you kind of see it all come together, you can appreciate it more.
Yeah,
and I guess the best part is when it's all said and done, it's over, and then you can be like, "Look at what I did."
Yeah, I pretty much have the same answer, except I know I show myself more. But my clips, for the most part, I want them to match with what I'm saying. In my pictures, I do pictures from the movie or like clips, obviously from the trailers and stuff. And I want them to match as best as they can. So I'm very like anal about it. So that can get annoying at times. But yeah, it's pretty much the same with you. I love when it comes out, and sometimes I don't. It's fine. But even if, like, say I have a 10-second clip, even if a few seconds of that is at least from the scene that I'm talking about, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's the same pretty much thing.
Yeah, it could just be a fun but tedious process.
Yeah.
Text his ass and tell him to look at my goddamn message on Facebook message. Oh shit! What am I missing some? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. My phone is on silent. Like, it's next to me, kind of. It's in the same vicinity as me, but it's also on silent. So like I don't have like the shit that happened the other time where my phone all of a sudden just started ringing in the middle of everything.
Yeah, I think he sent you the Winter Soldier tattoo.
Oh shit! Yeah, here. Hold on.
That's awesome.
That is fucking badass.
John, that's awesome.
That is super fucking badass, man. And
Yes.
I'm not gonna talk about dedication.
Yeah.
I'm so like this right at no joke. Hold on, I got it. Holy fucking shit, man. All right, sorry. I just want to at least pass that along because that was impressive.
And the distract just as being so.
He's taking off.
Yeah. So good night, distract. Thank you so much for showing up.
I'll throw that up real quick. I know it's jumping ahead, but I'll still jump backwards. But distract. Thank you, my guys. Have a great stream, or great stream. Have a great night. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you for being on for earlier and for the continuation of the stream here. And yes, have a good, not just a good night, man, have a good weekend, whatever that weekend contains.
Yes.
Oh gosh, and this is a little farther back, but yeah, it's almost 4 a.m. here, so I'm going to drift off soon too. Great stream tonight, guys. Thank you, Florentina. Really appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that staying up in the crazy late hours with us. That goes for anybody in the UK area, right? Because I know that it's, a bit later by you guys, say the least. So thank you. Mine is I love what's seeing what I see in my head come onto screen and having it put a smile on my face. Worse being forgetting to save. Oh my God. And the program crashes and you lose everything. I feel like just you saying that in here, like, is just it's like when you watch someone get kicked in the nuts and then you can feel it a little bit. That's what I feel with this comment, Joe. Like, you saying that and I'm like, like I'm having like a stabbing pain of what it's like to have that happen. That's not fun.
No.
The not saving something and like all of a sudden it's like, wait, I just did like a decent amount of shit there. And then, sorry. But I agree with the favorite part about it being like, seeing what you were thinking. For me, I guess like it's because I'm not going to lie, I have, I guess, a simplistic approach because it's really just matching up the clips the right way. But so it is seeing it come to fruition, of course. I enjoy more so like the writing aspect. Like, I enjoy having what is in my head actually become a written video essay. You know what I mean? And that's what I really like making is stuff like that. That's really kind of like I'm sorry, I got distracted by something. Dan knows what I'm talking about. Sorry, I got distracted, everyone. But anyway, yeah, that's all that I kind of had to say about that. On to the next part. On to the next one.
Animators is here.
What?
Yeah, look down. What? We don't know.
John, I don't fucking know, man. I have no clue. None of us do. Yeah, by all means, we're all just as confused, brother. That's the whole reason why we ended up going with this. Because Sean left, basically.
Maybe he accidentally hit end broadcast or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's my only guess is like by accident, right? If he, because again, I know it's not even like I don't want to say it because I'm embarrassed. I know for a fact, like my mouse wasn't even close to that. I was ready to like start going to the next comment and everything. And then, yeah, when Sean left, all of a sudden, boom, it was like broadcast ended. And I didn't even notice that happened until Dan, you were like, oh shit, Jace.
Yeah. I was, I started saying whatever I was going to say. And then, I was going to make a joke. I was going to be like, Jace, I lied to you. I'm not going to every comment with you. And then it ended.
Oh god. Well, hey, aside from that though, John, thanks for joining us, man. Miss you already, bro. I miss all of us, right? Is when any of us leave, like the moment, even when Rick left, I was like, fuck, I miss Rick.
Yeah.
But thankfully, I got Dan to ride it out with me. That's right, everybody. Dan, you're my ride or die right now.
Yes, I'm tired.
I know, man. Hey, you know what? Me too, kinda. Me too. But we'll go ahead and at least kind of wrap up through this and everything. Have a good little rest of the evening here and see where it goes from there. I wanted to pull this up because I agree with this heavily. So Patrick, Brandon, Routh, is it Routh or Ruth? I think it's Ruth.
I say,
or is it Routh?
I guess I say Routh, but it might be Ruth. I don't know.
Shit. All right. Brandon is absolutely he really is. He's a good Superman. And I'm really happy that they gave him another chance to be Superman, although it was just in the CW show where like they were doing a crossover event and it was basically a multiverse type of event, right? And so they had different.
Tom Welling from Smallville. Tom Welling came back from Smallville, right?
Oh, at first I thought you said Tom Holland, and I was like, what? Yes, Tom Welling came back from Smallville. Absolutely. Yeah, he was in there. He reprised his Superman role. So there was technically 3 Supermen in there because then there's Tyler Hoechlin, I think is how you say his name. He's the newest incarnation of it and has the show where it's Superman and Lois.
Do you like him?
I do. I actually don't think he's bad. It was funny because at first when I saw him, I was kind of like, all right. And it's tough because he was brought out at a similar time as when Henry Cavill was kind of like still by all means not. He was still new-ish, right? Like he wasn't like now where it's like, yeah, we get it, he's Superman. So I think that's the only thing that kind of took me away from being more on his side. But I have never really kind of been against him in that role, and I do think he does a good job at it, right? He's a very good CW Superman, but nonetheless, that's not to try and like shit on him at all. He's a good Superman.
Yeah, he came from Teen Wolf, the MTV show.
See, I never saw that, but I know that's like when he was first cast as Superman. I remember everybody mentioning that. Eric from the X-Men 3, I said is definitely flawed but underrated. Is this is it because we were talking about underrated films? I think,
yeah.
X-Men 3 fucking sucks.
I don't. So yes, but I don't hate it as much as everyone else does. But I'm not. Yeah, no, it's an
That's another one I'd have to watch again though, because I just remember hating it, but I don't really remember it that much.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I also because Spider-Man 3, I kind of don't hate as much as everyone else does either.
Don't tell me you like Topher Grace's Venom.
No, I don't like Venom in that at all.
Don't tell me you like the emo walking, dancing down the street scene.
No, but I don't mind Sandman in his arc. Other than the twist, I don't like that he was the one that killed Uncle.
Yeah, me neither. But I also agree that I don't dislike the character of Sandman.
Yeah.
I also don't dislike the idea or concept of James Franco's character, right, as being the new Goblin.
Yeah.
Like I think that people forget all too often that the Hobgoblin. I get it. He's not the Hobgoblin. They just call him the new Goblin, but it kind of feels like it's their version of the Hobgoblin. But I think also people forget that. Well, I'm going off of the animated series here. I don't know when it comes to comics. I don't know this part, but I know when it comes to the old Spider-Man animated show, Hobgoblin was first, and then the Green Goblin came. And the reason I remember that, well, number one, I actually just watched it not too long ago because it's on Disney Plus, so I couldn't help it. One night,
if it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it was one night not too long ago. I figured why not throw an episode or so on, and that was one of the ones I happened to see. But anyway, so like in that episode, he mentions he's just like Green Goblin, or he sees him and he's like, wait, the Hobgoblin? He's like, no, I'm the Green Goblin. And it's just like, oh shit, wait, it's another Goblin? And yeah, I think it's like almost forgotten because Green Goblin is he's one of the most well-known Spider-Man villains and people focus on that so much that I think they just kind of forget that the Hobgoblin kind of came before him. And it's not even to say that he needs to still come before him, but I don't know. I guess I was trying to just get around to include the Hobgoblin.
Wait, isn't Ned technically? Is Ned become the Hobgoblin?
Oh, fuck! I hope not.
I think that's a rumor that he's going to be a villain.
Why?
I don't know. Ned a character in? Is Ned a character, or is Ned just a made-up character for MC?
As far as I know, he's not from the comics at all, or anything for that matter.
Okay.
But I could be wrong about that, right? I definitely don't claim to know everything about that shit, but I've never heard of that.
I thought, yeah, there were rumors that the Doctor Strange's spell was gonna Ned wasn't gonna be his best friend, so Ned changed. Ned became popular because he wasn't Peter Parker's best friend or something, and then he became the Hobgoblin somehow, or a bad guy or something. I don't know.
I don't like the idea of any of that. I don't like him being the Hobgoblin or a bad guy. He doesn't seem like a bad guy. He's a perfect comedic relief best friend character.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need to be anything more than that.
I know. Do you like Zendaya as
yes and no. I'll put it like this. I do not like that they just tried to shoehorn her in as MJ. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like that's a little forced. I don't care. I'm not one of those people oh, what? So Mary Jane can't be someone? Yeah, dude, she can. But that's not the point. It just felt like so fucking we're just gonna shove this in there. I think it would have been even better because she just doesn't seem to act at all like the stereotypical Mary Jane. And again, you don't need to act like a stereotypical version of a character, but because she is not fitting to that at all, just make her another character, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Of course, do we want to see Peter Parker and Mary Jane? Yes. Or do we want to see Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy? Of course. But I actually think it's respectable to be you know what? Here's a fucking new girl that he is also going to fall in love with. There it is.
I thought you were about to say that he's also going to fuck. I was like, what?
I mean, that too, probably, but.
Yeah, wait, technically her name is not Mary Jane, though.
No, I know. But that's the thing is, you know what I mean, Dan. The fact that they went for MJ. Oh yeah, they call her MJ, and it's it's okay. I'm not upset. I'm not sitting here that ruined the movie. But why? Why not just make her somebody else? What do you need to do that for? Because now you're fucking yourselves over in case if this keeps on continuing and if Tom Holland's Spider-Man for the next decade, you can't bring in Mary Jane Watson anymore. Or if you do, it's going to be oh, another MJ? How? I don't know. It's just, And it's not like they need to do that either. But nonetheless, like I said, I actually think that was, personally, this is my biggest gripe. It was a missed opportunity. All too often, they try nowadays to just simply take an established, well-known, iconic character and put a spin on it because they feel like they fucking need to. And there's nothing wrong with that. I really love seeing it. I'm a big fan of the multiverse, and I like different takes on iconic characters. But it's also, when you have an opportunity like that to just make a new character that in turn can eventually become just as iconic as the ones that we already know, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
Like, Zendaya could have been a completely different character that would have gained, because of the way it is now and the way people look at it. And I don't know. I just think that she would have had a chance to gain almost as much likability as the relationship of Peter Parker and Mary Jane in the comics, or him and Gwen Stacy in whatever, and not to replace it. Not like this is it now. There is no more him and Mary Jane. No, but you know what? For this particular cinematic universe story, he's in a relationship with her right now. Maybe Mary Jane will come down later on. Maybe Gwen Stacy will come down later on. But as of right now, he's with this other chick. And like you said, she's not Mary Jane, but they just didn't need to go with MJ.
Yeah, I know.
That's it. Rant over about that. Brian says, Dan's right. Shazam is totally underrated. They made a fun, upbeat superhero film, not angry, depressed, and dark, being mistaken for good, like Zack Snyder. Dude, I did not realize up until tonight that he was just like flinging Zack Snyder shade around like that.
Yeah.
But he's not wrong here in the sense that Shazam is very fun and upbeat and is not like a dark, gritty take on something. Can I just say this though? And Dan, tell me if you agree, since I know that you like Shazam, and so did I. First of all, the part that it didn't ruin the whole movie, thank goodness, right? The movie is still the movie, but I don't in any way, shape, or form care for the ending where all of a sudden all the other kids become superheroes too, and it's just like the fucking team of Shazams.
So I loved that.
No, and that's fair. I personally speaking, I just feel like, what the fuck is the point of the Justice League anymore?
Yeah.
You have a team of Shazams, bro. What, like, literally, why do you need anybody else? I thought, here's the problem. I don't dislike the concept. I do like the idea of all of them becoming like that. I just feel like, why did you introduce that in the first movie?
I do agree with that. I even though I loved that scene, like when I was like, oh my god, that actually happened. But yeah, no, I do agree with that. I think it was too quick. They should have done it throughout, like maybe a trilogy or something. But yeah, no, I liked it. So I love Shazam so much because I'm adopted. So like that storyline I really enjoyed, and so I loved that this family could work together to, and they were all. But at the same time, I do agree that I think that they should have maybe saved it for a sequel.
Well, just because, if anything, even if, like, regardless of how you may feel about, like, if you liked it or not, and again, I don't really dislike the concept of it, but it's the fact of, like, this is his first solo outing ever, right? It's not like you could say, compare this to the previous Shazam movies. I don't think they've ever made anything about this character before. And if, obviously, please, right, drop in the comments something, mistake, or correct me if I'm wrong, but given the fact that this was his first solo outing and that they felt the need to put that in at the end, I was like, isn't that really taking away from, like, establishing him as a strong, independent solo character that can hold his own, and then eventually expands his own interconnected universe with those other people and stuff. But yeah, for, like I said, now it's just like, okay, cool. So if Shazam 2 comes out, I'm basically expecting to just see the Shazam Power Rangers go up against Black Adam at this point, I guess.
Yeah. I agree, or at least maybe at the end, just Jack Dylan Grazer's character becomes one. So then at least it's just one, and then but yeah, like I actually Dragon Movie Guy just said, like the ending was rushed. His siblings got full powers with zero training. So yeah, they did. They didn't train. They literally, and in that part of the film, they had like his back was against the wall. He was about to be killed or taken, or the powers were about to be taken, and then he remembered that if you say the name, you get his powers. So he just did that in the whim, But they could have changed that. Obviously, they could have written something else. But yeah, no, I definitely get it.
Yeah. It's I can't stand right when they do that with like a lot of things. Like I'm not saying that's been overdone. But there's different concepts of that exact premise where like somebody gets thrown into something and then like all of a sudden they're just like instantaneously good at it. And right when you just watched a movie or a series of movies of someone else that had to take the time to become that good. And then especially not just like that they took the time to do it and put in the work and effort, but then just like Brian's saying here, like it's a mixture. They put in the work and effort and they're supposedly the chosen one. So like, don't you completely wash away and diminish everything you just said by that?
Yes.
Because like if you're the chosen one, why is there fucking 6 of you now? Does that mean it's not that important?
Yeah. My guess is the wizard in the beginning, maybe he didn't have to pick someone good of heart or whatever it was, but anyone that touches his staff, which I love that line. But anyone that touches his staff could get the powers, which is odd. But yeah, no, I get it. I totally get it. Maybe in the sequel, this would be, I don't know how they would do it. Maybe the parents find out and they don't allow the kids to fight crime, but that'd be kind of weird.
That would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I hope this is what I hope. Not to cut you, I'll go back to you, but the one thing I want to mention was I hope that I don't think they're intending for Black Adam to be the main villain of the next one. I think they want the Black Adam movie first.
Yes, I think so.
And then they go, but I hope still, right, that they have them obviously interconnected with each other. You have to. I just want to see The Rock as Black Adam whoop the absolute shit out of all of them. I want him to be like complete, like they're lighthearted, jokey, like I said, almost like Power Rangers-esque type of way of being. And I want to see him just be like, this is going to be an anime reference I hope people get. Dan, do you know Dragon Ball Z at all?
Yeah, I might not get it, but
Okay. There is a character from Dragon Ball Z named Broly. And Broly is basically like he's a big hunkin' dude, and there's like there's a bunch of movies with him, but there's one movie in particular, it's the first one that was ever with Broly, and he just kicks the ever-living hell out of everyone. Like all the people, no matter how big of a hero or small that you think they are, he just whoops everyone's ass. I want Black Adam to do exactly that. And obviously that the good guys still end up winning, but I just want to see him completely beat the shit out of all of them.
Yeah. Black Adam, I guess, is a really strong character. I know little to nothing about him.
Oh man. Okay, so because like Black Adam was, you know how like Shazam was like he's the chosen one to get the power. Black Adam was Shazam many like years before Shazam. Basically, Black Adam was originally the chosen one. And then he feels there's like kind of differences to his stories a little bit, but long story short, retains the powers, but doesn't really retain the role that he's supposed to play with the powers, and very much goes to just kind of look over his country of Kahndaq, which is really cool because like he's an anti-hero. Like he's very much like, all right, there's some shit that you're doing that I don't know if I agree with, but he's not like a straight up villain. There's times he's done villainous things in certain stories, but at the core of it, he's really not like actually a villain though. He's really just imagine if like Black Panther was like, I'm willing to kill people for the sake of Wakanda. You know what I mean? Like that's what he's like. Like he's like, look, I'm protecting my country. That's all I care about at this point is my country and my people.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And also Eric also brought this up, but I was thinking it too. Awkwafina and Shang-Chi kind of just learned arrow shooting right away.
Uh,
And I love the joke about it, but the joke about it later. But I was like, she learned that, and she just killed. So I'm so happy. Spoilers, I guess. Spoilers for Shang-Chi. I'm so happy she didn't actually take down the dragon. I would have been so mad if she's killed him. That would have been bad.
yes. That seriously, dude, I don't know what I would have done. I already had my eyes roll so hard that my head moved with it. Like, Nassim could vouch for this because I watched it with her, and she noticed when I did this. So we were sitting there, and yeah, when Awkwafina shot that arrow, and the moment it hit the neck, I didn't even have to see what happened. Like, I'm glad, like you said, it didn't end everything. But the moment that happened, I was like, oh my fucking God, that was the dumbest part of this whole movie.
Yes. And that's why when I said in my review, the pacing in the third act was a little like that was one of the pacing issues. I didn't want to get into spoilers in my spoiler-free review. I'm going to do a spoiler review, but that was like the pacing issue. It just went into the third act. They went into battle, and they all knew how to do everything. I get the other people, but yes. Like I would have been. I wish I would have been happy if either Shang-Chi or the sister took the dragon down, and they did together.
No, I am no. I will say this. I'll jump in. I agree with you, but this is the part I will just kind of it. I am glad it was Shang-Chi. I am so fucking happy that they didn't have his sister do it.
Me too.
Because look, I'm fine with the fact that they built her up as a strong side character, right? Like that's cool. She's got it, and now she's running the 10 rings at the end. Again, the right spoil. This is still whatever. I don't know what. Sorry in advance. My whole fucking channel is like a spoiler alert in case you didn't already weren't aware of it. But yeah, so like I'm glad that she still like has a bit of a role to play. Like I would like to see her moving forward.
Yeah.
But it's fucking Shang-Chi's movie, man.
Yeah.
It's not your movie. And honestly, she was kind of taken lead up until that point. Like there was a lot of like she was the one doing, and it was like whoa. Why are we having the main character be a side character in his own movie?
I know, yeah.
And it felt like that to a certain extent. So yeah, and if anything, like I said, I'm just glad that they knew and made the smart move of have him be the one that pulls it off at the end and does stuff, because you need to identify that he's a good character, like a strong independent character on his own. Identify him, then you can start obviously building her up as well.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm really
because I don't know about you, but I sure as shit did not like when she was like, I wasn't allowed to train with the boys, so I taught myself how to do everything except better.
Oh yeah.
Shut the fuck up. What? Are you? Come on. How do you know how you become better at things? When you train with people that are better than you are, so that you realize you need to get better and in turn try harder. There are also certain techniques that you literally cannot practice on your own. You can't practice specific takedowns without somebody to take down. You can't practice certain fighting techniques without somebody to spar against. So that is such a load of shit. It's not like, I still respect and like her character, but it was like when that came up, I was like, get the fuck out of here. You don't need to say something like that to prove that you're a badass character. She's already a badass character.
Yeah.
They don't need to throw shit like that in there.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, no, back to the Awkwafina thing, I wouldn't have liked that movie as much as I did if she's the one that took the dragon down with that one arrow.
I would have rather had the sister take it down than Awkwafina.
Awkwafina,
in my eyes, and this is the only thing, because I have yet to actually get to really fully working on it, but I also will have a Shang-Chi review at some point. And so like I can say this first and foremost, like I didn't dislike Awkwafina's performance. But her character, like, if we're looking at this like technically, and you know how I am, I'm very just like technical with this stuff when I'm looking at movies and breaking them down. She had no fucking right being there.
Yeah, I thought that was odd that she went on. I did. It's and not only that, but getting pulled in by Wong at the end, and joining the Avengers or whatever they're doing.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I think that she was just the most known character, at least in America.
Yeah.
The most known actress. So they wanted her to be in there the whole time. I don't know. I don't know anything about her, if she's in the comics, if she's Shang-Chi.
No, as far as I know, but actually that's not fair for me to say because I know probably like Shang-Chi, I'm aware of him. I definitely 100% I knew about him before the movie, but I don't know as much as I do about like a lot of the other heroes. So I'm not sure if she's technically from the comics. I don't believe so. I could obviously be so wrong. But anyway, yeah, it's nonetheless, again, I'm not upset she was included, right? Even in the moments, like the parts of the movie where she technically should not be there, I'm not sitting there like, this is fucking stupid. I can't even enjoy this because she's there. No, it's not that. It's just more like, okay, but can we be realistic for a sec? This would never happen.
Yeah.
In like a real sense, like she would pay no actual positive benefit to the situation. It's great. I actually think it was cool and thought they did a pretty decent job of showing her do archery, get better at archery. And I'm actually fine with the fact that she contributed to the final battle. But like we were just agreeing on, starting this whole thing, I don't agree that she had the shot at the dragon or whatever the fuck that thing was at the end. If she would have just continued to do archery, and actually, you know what? This is what would have made her really good. This is what I think would have made her shine to the extent that she needed to shine for her character. Remember the old guy that was like her mentor almost throughout when she got there? And you know how he ended up dying? If she would have done something to like avenge his death, like if you would have seen like maybe like when he died, like if they would have done it in a way like you could see the enemy that killed him, and if she would have like out of revenge, like just like and all of a sudden draw a bow and then like killed that thing,
that would have been good.
You know what I mean? And then like maybe ran up to him, and of course it's not like they have some huge connection, but maybe like ran up to him and in his final moments of just like, like don't leave me, like you're my teacher, like I don't know what to do with you, you're not telling me what to do. Something like that, I think actually would have been pretty cool. And again, that's all she needed to do. You don't need to make her another fucking hero of the movie.
Yeah.
Like to the extent that they tried to. I don't know.
No, I definitely see what you're saying. Also, Razor Fist and that white mask guy was, especially that white mask guy. Like, why is he even a character? The henchman, the main henchman of Simu Liu.
The guy with the sword hand?
No, so that's Razor Fist, and then there's that other guy with the mask on. That
yeah. The half mask or whatever.
I thought he was wasted. Like he wasn't a character. Like what? Like I thought there was gonna be some big reveal. Like not a hopefully better than this. Like Taskmaster.
Oh my God, Dan! Yes, that's exact. I swear to God, it's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, bro, it reminded me of what they did with Taskmaster, except less focused on.
Yeah.
Right, because they never like dove into who that was or anything. They kind of just hinted at the fact of like, hey, this guy's been around since you were training as a kid, and they've always been an asshole, and they're still an asshole. And it's just like, okay.
Yeah. And
I would have loved it if like this would have been tough because like it'd have been shoehorning something in that I don't know if it exists or not. But like, you know how Shang-Chi has the sister. I would have loved if like, what if it was some crazy shit of like that person in the mask was like Shang-Chi's older brother that was like constantly there, like whipping him into shape and shit like that. And like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been interesting. Also, what's his name? What? Trevor. The fake Mandalorian. I did not expect him to be like on the road for the rest of the movie when we met him. He was funny though. He was funny. I loved his one line about the death. Like, oh no, I'm not really dead. It's just a role. It's just a role.
Yes.
So, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, no. I did not expect him to be on for the rest of the thing. And Razor Fist was kind of wasted, but at least he had somewhat of an arc-ish. He was better than the mask guy.
No, exactly. Yeah, he had something to him, but which I was actually surprised. I'm like, why are they giving this guy so much? Like, who is he? Like he literally seems like he's the typical main henchman, and yet they were like trying to give him an arc.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Which
All
I thought was a little odd. I don't know. Not that odd. I mean, it's not like, again, not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Let's see here. I was going to fly through at least a couple of things. Joe was throwing in time to go to Sleep Town, and like a French farmer says to his prize-winning pig, stay out of truffles. I was at first going to start with a cheesy laugh, and that actually got funnier the moment, or the more it sank in.
Yeah, I didn't get it at first when I first read it. But I get it.
Good night, Joe. Good night. I imagine, yes, it is probably time. We'll probably be wrapping this up soon.
Yeah.
As far as I'll kind of shoot through some of the stuff, some of it, because there's some good conversation going on. But I thought that was. What Florentina doing Bane's voice is a must. Yes, Brian, it absolutely is. I agree 100%. Yes, Spider-Man, I think he's on par with Bond for Rogues Gallery. Still probably a hot take, I know, but Bond villains, I would say I like more than. Damn it, Eric. Man, come on.
Eric.
I don't know. It's tough for me to say, man. It's tough for me to say. He's also throwing probably Glebe hacked you guys. That's why the stream ended. Oh, shit. Do we know where Glebe is right now?
Jace, I would laugh if you believed. No.
No, but that is, Eric, that's probably like the best excuse that we could come up with. That's for sure.
Or Mr.
Yes, since he fucking hates us so much.
Yeah.
How cool would it be if they made a crossover movie where it's Terminator, John McClane, Neo, and Mad Max teaming up without screwing up the timeline? Oh my gosh. Fuck, that would be a hell of a crossover. I don't know how they would manage to pull off an excuse to get them all together, but shit. That moment when you realize that wasn't Sean's real ass. Oh my gosh. I missed the Kegels line the first time. I love when Sean's like, I did squats. I don't know why when he says that, it just.
I know it was a really good. I liked it.
Let's see. Oh, that I did already. Wow, that tattoo is detailed. Yes, man. That tattoo was fucking amazing. That was really cool. I was not expecting that either. I thought maybe it was. Well, I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not actually anticipating to really be like a full sleeve type arm. That was really, really dope.
Yeah.
Always reboot before editing, reduces crashes quite a bit. Ooh, that's a good point. As far as with the editing process.
Glebe happened. This summer, Glebe comes back.
Oh my gosh, wait a second. So there's this, but then hold on. I missed this for a quick sec. Brian threw the stream crapped out when Sean left. It's the Cinema Squad's homage to the Sopranos final episode. Ah! Do you know what he means by that?
Yes. I haven't watched The Sopranos, but yes, I know what it means.
I was gonna say that I still myself have not even seen. I just know I'm very familiar with as far as how they ended the show, so I know what that means.
I think I might watch it though.
Yeah, I feel like I got to see it all the way through.
Yeah, Saints of New York actually looks pretty good. So
I am curious to see that. That's for sure. All right, hold on, Dan. I was gonna try and make it till the very end of the stream, but because there's just still a couple more things to go through. And because I want to at least get through a decent amount of it and everything, I'm going to throw this up. Feel free to just go ahead and kind of either say something about this or say something else real quick. I'll literally be right back as soon as I can.
Imagine in 300, instead of Leonidas kicking a person down the wall, well, he kicks the people at Warner Brothers down the well for making Josh Whedon not Snyder's original vision. Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know. But I will say, I actually have not seen 300 yet, but it's on my list. But But yeah, no, that would be cool because they should have honored Snyder's original vision because Whedon's cut was not that great. But Eric did want me to show some people this, so he has. You can barely see it. It's Django versus Zorro. It looks like Django, Zorro, Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman and Batman and the Predator and Aliens. I think. So those are his comic book crossovers. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Then let's see. Tom Holland with me smoking Mary Jane before they cast. Will be smoking before they cast MJ in the MCU. That's funny. Yeah, I don't get why they bothered calling her MJ. I think it's just for an Easter egg. Like people are like, oh, but yeah. The ending of Shazam was rushed. Yep, we saw that one. Yes. OMG, Shazam, Power Rangers. Now that's a crossover.
Oh shit, Dan, you flying through comments?
Yeah, you can go back.
Oh no, you good. You're good.
You. Well, no. Now you take the helm.
Oh my gosh, Shazam Power Rangers. That's across. Oh, I came in at a good time.
Yeah.
Dude, it just seems like it would fit given the fact that that's exactly how Shazam ended off, was feeling like the Power Rangers.
Yes. These yeah.
Awkwafina and Shang-Chi was the worst case of that I can think, where she just has no training and then ... Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. It was rushed. As far as if it was the training, everything, yes, John, it definitely was rushed. Favorite Marvel / DC team up comic. Oh shit.
So I don't have them. I don't read comics. So
all right. Oh my gosh. So I haven't actually gotten a chance to read all of them. I'm familiar, like I know of the probably the Batman versus Captain America. I actually thought was like a really, it was just, I didn't think that they were gonna pin them up against each other. And that ended up being like really cool, especially because, spoiler alert, Batman ends up kind of still taking the upper hand at the end. And I just thought it was nice because honestly, the whole series of the DC and Marvel team up, no matter who it is that they pin against each other, they never really were like disrespectful to someone else. You know, they never really like shit on top of the other person that whoever lost. Like they did the Hulk versus, was it? Yeah, I think it was Hulk versus Superman, or was it Thor versus Superman? But anyway, like no matter what, like whenever they pin someone up against another person, like I said, they did it really as respectfully as they could. Honestly, I feel like they need to revisit that. I'm not saying just comics. I think at this point it'd be really cool if they took an animated approach to it. I would really love to see them do an animated version of Marvel versus DC to some extent. Just because, I mean, stop taking it, for the companies wise. Like, stop taking shit so fucking seriously. Like, obviously, it's why the thing worked with the comics years ago, right? You're just having fun with it. People just want to see that stuff sometimes. We get it. If you did it for a live action movie, that might be asking for a bit much right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's okay. I don't know how that'd work. There's already
see it, but yeah.
Yeah, right. No, like I'd watch it 100%, but I get that that's asking for a bit much. But whether it's another comic book run at it, or like I said, or I do think like some animated format of it would be really cool. Yeah, I don't know. I have a Spider-Man Batman comic that I have yet to read. It's my favorite because automatically, because the best DC character plus the best Marvel character. Oh man, well if you haven't even read it, Eric, is that like, I don't know what you're doing after the stream, but did you not already kind of like decided for yourself indirectly here?
Yeah, I did show his comics when you were gone. He sent a picture to us, so I just kind of showed the screen, but it wasn't that great. But yeah, yeah, you should read it, Eric. But yeah, that's my favorite Marvel character.
Oh no! I'm gonna. There's someone drew real quick, but this was hilarious. So it looks like John was wondering about the name of that comic, and he's saying, hey, if you give it to me, I'll hug you. And then Eric was just like, my name is Eric. No, dude, the comic.
I thought
so. And then I thought I was.
Yeah, no, I saw that. That's really funny.
Oh my gosh, that back and forth was hysterical. All right, hold on, I got to jump backwards. There's something that I went past. What's a movie that you think is good, but the third act kind of goes off the rail? For me, The Wolverine. For the fight at the end was entertaining, but it detracted from the first two acts. Wait, The Wolverine is where he goes to Japan, right? And then he fights that metal.
Tokyo or Japan, yeah, one of them.
But he fights that big, like the metal thing, right? Like the guy in the suit. Okay. Yeah, that's actually that's not a bad example. I'm not sure if it'd be my choice right away, but I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that choice at all.
Wonder Woman 1. I think Wonder Woman 1. I really liked it. I just thought the ending didn't seem to be on par with, like, the ending just seemed like a different movie almost. Her fighting a CGI thing, and before it was like a war movie.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it didn't take me, like, I still loved the first Wonder Woman, the first, not the second at all.
God, I know. I was about to say, like, as far as the second with this, I can't even say for the second one that it's just the third act. The whole fucking movie was off the rail. Like, ever from the very beginning scene with her taking down the guys in the mall, I'm like, what the fuck is happening here?
Scene. And the other boys would like this, but Lake Mungo, as much as I love it, but the third act is definitely the weakest, a weaker act, I think, for the most part.
Oh yeah. Dare I say, oh my gosh, not the movie in its totality, but just the end fight scene, Black Panther. I think the end fight scene of Black Panther versus Killmonger, when it's just, when they're both in their Black Panther suits, and it's just basically like a typical video game version, like, Black Panther with some purple color going on, and then a Black Panther with some gold color going on, but it's just like, that's it. And it's almost like,
similar. Yeah.
If it wasn't
coloring,
right,
it's similar. Yeah.
That's actually what I was like, it's already almost confusing enough with the colors, like, to separate them, let alone, like, could you imagine if they didn't have it? Like, you'd never know who the hell you were looking at. So I don't know. I guess that's a decent example that I would throw out there, but I do still emphasize, I don't feel like it's the whole movie that goes off the rails. It's just really that last fight scene is like, what is happening here?
Yeah. Also, goes off the rail could be seen as not as a bad thing ish. Like Malignant, the third act goes off the rail, but I love it. I still love Malignant.
Dude, I gotta fucking watch that movie now. I feel like I'm about to watch that, like, as soon as we're done wrapped up with this.
Yeah.
Like, because at this point, I'm just so curious to see if it's something where, like, I end up, I don't know, liking it or hating it as much as either of you guys. Wait, let's see. Drew's throwing in, which movie would you rather watch again, Daredevil 2003 or Ghost Rider? Oh, fucking Ghost Rider, without a doubt.
Ghost Rider, without a doubt. I actually have not seen all of Daredevil. I don't even know if I've seen it. I think I've seen parts of it, but, like, Ghost Rider. Because that's also is a nostalgic thing for me. My stepdad and us, all the siblings, we would watch that. We used to watch Ghost Rider a lot.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. I like it. I mean, I know it's not a great piece of cinema, but I was entertained by it.
Yeah, well, and it's also right. That was the time before we were in the wave and abundance of superhero shit that we got now. And at the time there was no other Ghost Rider things to compare it to. And I mean, yeah, I get Nicolas Cage is maybe, not the best pick for specific things, but I don't think he, like, was horrible. The first one at least was good. I don't really remember too much about the second one. I just don't remember liking it at all.
I think the second one was bad. Yeah, I don't remember it. I don't know. I might have seen it once.
But yeah, the 2003 Daredevil, I'll let you know right. You're not, if you haven't seen the whole thing, just I don't even know when I would say to check it out because it's like it's
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, okay, John's agreeing as far as Ghost Rider, hands down, absolutely, right there with you, man. So it's actually just called Spider-Man and Batman is the comic. Wow, that is great. That is great. And then he's just saying, I'll send Jason Dan a pic so they can show it on screen. Oh, did he send it to us?
Yeah, I showed it on screen already.
Oh, wait, you did? Holy fuck, did I miss it?
Yeah, you were. It's when you left for a second.
Oh. Well, hold on. Now I'm just seeing the picture myself. Ha ha ha. Spider-Man and Batman. Yeah. Wow. Jeez.
So is Django like Django Unchained? Because he has the comic Django and
Django and Zorro?
like is Django a comic book character? Maybe it is. I don't know.
From Vertigo. No, I bet you because it says Quentin Tarantino on here.
Oh, okay.
So I bet you that no, they probably just incorporated Django into a comic.
Okay. So it was Quentin Tarantino's thing first.
Yeah. And then, whoa, what the fuck? Superman and Batman and then Alien and Predator?
Yes, right?
What the hell, man?
I know.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
That is fucking nuts. Okay. Was not expecting that. Not expecting that at all.
Yeah. Jason, you like Django Unchained?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as I don't know if you remember, this was God, it feels like so long ago now, and I guess technically it wasn't. I guess depending on how you consider whatever long ago was, but there was the top movies of 10 genres competition thing that was going around, and Anthony challenged, but that was the first time I met, like, really not met, but Anthony was the first one I got acquainted with, and that was like the first time that I got acknowledged by one of you guys, and Anthony was like, I challenge, Bergerac Rocard. I was like, oh, you know who I am? And anyway, so long story short, that was that was one of the ones I threw in there. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. That was my pick for Western, but I do like the movie, but that was more like I don't really watch Western, so I don't really know any other ones.
Yeah, kind of same here to a certain extent.
Yeah, but I do like it. Yeah.
What do we got here? Oh, there was a little conversation going on with Brie and everything. So yeah. Cause sorry, I was skipping through it past a couple parts as far as because John was thrown in initially. Brie Larson, as far as in regards to what was it? Drew asked the question. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Drew asked a question about who do you think is the most overrated superhero casting, and that's when John threw in this, even though he was directing it at Eric. But yeah, no, Brie is definitely.
Yeah, like Eric said though, is she overrated? Because a lot of MCU fans don't love her as Captain Marvel. I feel.
I know. I think that's right. I feel like shit. Even a lot of people that like are fellow actors and actresses within the MCU don't really care for her.
I've watched their interviews and stuff.
Yeah, I know, and it's fucking.
She feels like uncomfortable, and yeah,
it's awkward. It's awkward.
And it's funny because in the comics, I guess War Machine and Captain Marvel have like a romantic thing, so he's probably hoping that doesn't happen.
No, gosh, yeah. Oh, jeez.
That'd be weird, I think.
It wouldn't be believable. It'd be too hard to pull off.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, so this is when we were talking. Okay, this is when we were talking about Shang-Chi. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I know. And Eric, I remember him saying this to me. Eric was like, he's like, I don't think it was like a bad movie, but it just felt like another run-of-the-mill typical Marvel movie. And
to me,
what's up?
To me, it felt different.
it's weird because I can see both sides of this. It did somewhat feel like the formulaic pattern that MCU movies tend to go when they were first introducing a hero.
Yeah.
But I agree with it that it at least had something. Like there is something different. I don't know if it's because the type of characters, the environment they were in, the backstory they provided. I feel like actually the backstory they provided is a big part of it. But yeah, there was enough that was like just switched up and different to where it was enjoyable. I thought, you know what, if you're gonna do another origin story, this is a good way to prove that origin stories don't need to feel played out.
Yeah. Shang-Chi's probably my favorite comic book movie of the year. I don't.
Whoa. For real?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I don't love Suicide Squad as much as I think because the UKers they didn't like the Suicide Squad, and I was like, oh wow, they because you hear so many good reviews, and then I watch it, and I think I'm in between Americans and UKers. I liked it. I don't know though. Something was missing from it for me. Maybe it's DC. Maybe I don't like DC. I do like DC though, but because I do like Aquaman and Shazam more than some MCU movies, but I'm definitely more MCU.
And it's tough, man, because they're not doing themselves any favor with their live action stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. Just DC in general, and I fucking love DC, but they are not as coordinated and calculated as they need to be when it comes to their live action side of things. It's a hodgepodge mess. I don't know if I blame that as much as far as on the people creating the stuff as I actually do on Warner Brothers. I think they have their hands a little bit too deep into the muddled waters that is DC. I think they need to kind of let them do their own thing. For example, Marvel Studios is owned by Disney, but they are Marvel Studios. You know what I mean? It's it is a Disney movie because they are the parent company, but it's not really a Disney movie. And I get it. It's Disneyfied, and I'm not trying to get
Disney, yeah.
Well, and it's I'm not trying to get into that whole argument, but this is what my point is. They let Marvel do their thing. Do they probably have some say in some shit, and maybe even more than we think they do to a certain degree? Probably. But it's not the same amount of leeway that Warner Brothers seems to give DC. As a perfect example, the reason why The Suicide Squad, I think, did as well as it did and that it got a good reception from people was because they let James Gunn do his fucking thing. End of story. They did not seem like they tried to well, this is, but we want it to be like this. We're going to flip this. We need you to reshoot this. We need you to rewrite this. No, just you hired this person to do this thing, right? An absurd amount of money too. Let them do their thing.
Yeah. That's why Eternals I'm excited for because I think they let Chloe Zhao do her thing pretty much.
I'm gonna go in with low ass expectations with it for Eternals. I don't know what else to say. I'm hoping it's fucking amazing, but I'm sitting here just it looks like nothing more than a visual spectacle.
Which is why, yeah.
With people where it's hey, but Selma Hayek's in there and Angelina Jolie's in there, and check it out, there's the guys from Game of Thrones, and I feel like there's so much banking on that, and it's yeah, but what about the fucking story or what's going on in the movie?
I don't know. I'm hoping I could see it being an Oscar contender.
I hope it is
for something. I'm not saying Best Picture. I'm not saying Best Picture though, but something. I hope it wins for. Because I just want superhero movies to be able to win. Like were you saying earlier?
Yeah.
There's a negative connotation almost with superhero movies, and they shouldn't be.
Agreed. It's the moment that it's a superhero movie. Oh, no. We can't take this seriously. This is not available for any awards or anything like that. Why?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And then the old Suicide Squad, I think got nominated at least for makeup which, yeah, the makeup wasn't bad, but that shouldn't have been nominated for anything.
No, I know. Actually, so I watched it. I know I've been hinting at this a little bit, but I'll tell you what, since it's where we're at with this, if anybody's still even listening, then you deserve to hear it at this point. And Dan, I know you're aware of this because I mentioned it in the chat. So I rewatched the original Suicide Squad recently, within the past couple weeks, in order to write up my video that I'm doing on the new Suicide Squad. Because basically, what I'm doing is it's a almost like a back and forth comparison, if you will, kind of looking at both of them at the same time, as far as both Suicide Squad movies. But oh my gosh, man, when I watched that first one again, it honestly made me feel like I forgot how ridiculous I thought parts were. And then there were certain things where I'm like, how did I not realize how ridiculous this was the first time around I was watching this? And this, of course, all opinion based, like every single thing that we're talking about with all this stuff. But I mean, I'm sorry, there's just so much in there where it's like, what is going on? The character introductions in the first Suicide Squad movie are nearly fucking like 25 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's just to introduce the characters, and that's just like the main core members of the Suicide Squad, which basically now you are also kind of identifying who I know for sure is not gonna die, which is taking away from the intensity of that type of movie. And then the weirdest part was like they went straight from that, and then like literally about 40 minutes in is when the big hole in the sky opens. And they start, and it was like, Jesus Christ, we're already there?
Yeah.
Like, I just met these people 20 fucking minutes ago, and now we're here already?
Yeah.
And on top of the fact that they should have never been fighting up against that type of villain in the first place.
Yeah. Jace, did you already film this review or no?
I have it finished written, but I haven't filmed it yet, no.
I bet you go in on Jared Leto.
I do my best to stay contained on it, because that I could easily do a whole fucking video on that. Yeah, but no, it's because I'm trying to focus so heavily on the movies overall. It's mentioned, but I do try to, restrain myself and focus on the rest of the movies. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure there's a part where I say, and don't even get me fucking started on Jared Leto's Joker.
Oh.
I'm nearly certain there's a part of that. And I'm sorry, because dude, when I went back and rewatched it, that was the same. I was like, you know what? Let's hope on everything, Jace, that I can sit down and rewatch this and with an open mind and be completely given a new impression of this. Nope. I fucking hated it just as much, if not more, than before I did. I cannot he has the shittiest performance as that character. And dude, even if you want to say like, no, he really went for it and it's good acting. And I'm saying this because it's not just like people recently. I've heard this from like any time I've had this discussion. I don't personally care. It didn't work. You could try as hard as you want, and that's great. But if you just didn't do a good job, then you just didn't do a good job. And I don't know what else to say. He didn't do a good job. He's fucking weird in that role, and not weird in the way that you need to be weird. It doesn't work. Every single scene he's in feels so absurdly uncomfortable, but not in a good way. Not in a way of like, no, dude, that's good. That's his Joker is supposed to be that. Well, guess what? Then his Joker's a fucking character that I don't want to see. Get him out of here. It is not adding anything to anything. It's just weird. He's like a drugged out high school student that's trying to be Heath Ledger's Joker, and it's not working. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Eric, I do not, because Eric asked, I don't get what you like about Jared Leto's Joker, Dan. I don't. I just like him more than Jace, but that's not saying much. I don't like him. He's my least favorite Joker. But I did like him in the Snyder Cut. I thought he was really good in the Snyder Cut.
Are you really?
Yes, I thought he was. Yeah,
you thought he was really good?
I thought he was good.
I mean, Dan, I respect the fuck out of you, man, and obviously, like, it's fine. But okay, this is the part that I like to point out, and I know it's just the one scene, so it's kind of hard to say much. But wasn't it really awkward. The part where he's like, so Batman says like, you know, like he says like, you know, I'm gonna fucking kill you or something like that. Which I thought that was great that they threw that in there. But then there's that. It's like right after he says that, and then Jared Leto's just like,
Yeah.
almost got me there. And it was like, I don't know if I blame him or if I blame the editing, because it's like you could have cut 10 seconds out of his reaction there and it still would have felt uncomfortable. Why was it was just like weird, awkward silence for like an absurd amount of time.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. I liked it though. I liked him in the Snyder Cut.
But and again, not like you're wrong. Please don't take it that. But like, why? What was so different about that made you like it better?
I loved when the reach around line.
Okay.
I love that Batman said something about Margot Robbie. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I thought he was good, okay enough, at least better, way better than in the Suicide Squad or Suicide Squad. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he's he's my least favorite Joker though. But I don't know.
No, fair enough. I did, like I said, I can't say that I agree. I mean, it doesn't mean that there's a right or it's just I can't agree. I actually went into the Snyder Cut hoping I was gonna like him more, and
but he was different than he was in the Suicide Squad. I thought
he looked different. I don't feel like he acted any different.
Okay.
I mean, and to be fair, again, this is especially after watching the original Suicide Squad again not that long ago. I really can't see anything that makes me feel like he actually portrayed himself as a different interpretation of the same character. It was just the same thing, but he had long hair now and he had less tattoos on his face.
Yeah.
You know, but like as far as obviously, right, the laugh is the same. His cadence of how he handled himself and how he spoke was exactly the same. And they didn't even give him enough to say or do to really convince me as to why it was like so much better. Honestly, I don't even know what his purpose of being there was. Like, it was cool to have him in. I'm not saying like they shouldn't have even included him, but I'm like, would this scene have been any different if he wasn't there?
No, I also actually don't. I think the epilogue of that film is way too long. I don't know what I would cut, but I just thought it was way too long.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have minded not having the Martian Manhunter.
You know, that wasn't originally going to be that.
Yeah.
That was originally Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Like to the point where there's actually a green glow that you can see on Batman, and they had to purposely choose a character that was like going to be befitting for that. Like, who else would potentially have a green glow? And so Martian Manhunter was the closest thing. But yeah, that was they filmed it and everything. They shot it, filmed it. It was Green Lantern. Zack Snyder even, I think, on social media to some extent showed his concept art of his Green Lantern. But the reason that he wasn't allowed to do that was so basically HBO and Warner Brothers, they had some notes for him, and he mentioned that he like kind of didn't listen to a lot of what their notes were. However, the Green Lantern thing, they were like, no, you absolutely cannot do this. Like 100%. If I'm not mistaken, it's because so HBO Max, there's going to be a Green Lantern series.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's because they already had things going in motion with that, even if it was just like pre-production shit, but they already had something going. And honestly, I think it's stupid. They should have let him do whatever the hell he wanted anyway. Like, especially if you know that he's not going to be allowed to do any more after this, why not just let him go balls to the wall? You've already let him do that, basically. So why restrict him in any format? But I guess that was their thing, is like, well, we're doing something with these people, and maybe they were concerned that people were going to like his version more.
And what do they have against Zack Snyder? I don't get why they're not letting him do more.
Dude, I don't know. They even admitted, or I thought this was such a shitty story. So Zack Snyder said that when he first started talking to the people, like the executives, to even do this, to even do the Snyder Cut, he mentioned that they came over and they watched it for the first time. In other words, they had never seen his cut of the movie. Even but like before that point, like they were openly admitting that they went and hired another director and paid him a stupid amount of money and paid another stupid amount of money to reshoot the majority of the movie, and they never even bothered fucking actually seeing his cut. Why? Why would you go that? Is that not like an insanely large investment for no payoff? Like, even if you think it's going to work, why would you do that? So that was really discouraging because, yeah, Dan, just a further point, I don't know what they seem to have against him, because I don't even know why they would go that far as to like something that's just a perfect example. They didn't even watch his movie before they went ahead and rehired a guy to refilm his whole movie. Not rehired. Hired a different guy to refilm his whole movie. Anyway. What did Drew throw in? Who do you think is a better Mad Max, Mel Gibson or Tom Hardy? I haven't even seen the old Mad Max movies, so I'm going to say Tom Hardy.
Same.
Which I'm sure the old ones are good, though, or worth watching. See, if a crossover with the Terminator, John McClane, Neo, and Mad Max, if there was a crossover with them, which villain should they be up against? The T-1000. Just because that seems like the type of villain that would be able to just kind of go up against a bunch of crazy ass shit. Oh, Jesus. Eric, if you were in the stream right now, in a screen, I would exit you out. I'd bring you right back in, but I would exit you out of this stream.
Didn't he say? I think he said that he liked it even a little bit more than the first one before.
Oh my shit. I mean, come on, man. It's one thing if you didn't mind it, but that's not even a discussion. It is not anywhere near the first one. No. Just no. Let's see. I'm gonna jump down a bit here. Whoa, gosh, I did not. Okay. Not me to jump down that much.
We have a lot.
Yeah, wait a second. Hold on, I kind of lost where I was. Okay, wait, there we go. Brie Larson insisting that she does all her own stunts in those interviews. Look, all I will say about Brie Larson is this. I feel bad. I know Sean would defend her until his dying breath if he was here still. I can't say much because I haven't seen her in a lot of the movies that you guys have mentioned. Like what do you say? Mother, right? Is one that you mentioned?
Room.
Room. Right. Okay. Have not seen Room. Oh wait, no, it's Jennifer Lawrence and Mother, right?
Mother, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, but I haven't seen Room. I haven't really seen Brie Larson in a lot, but I will say this. Every time I ever see her in an interview or something, I'm just like, I don't believe a fucking word you're saying. You just seem like one of the most fake human beings I've ever witnessed in my life. It's like when she's in an interview, it's like she's trying to act like a real human being and not doing it successfully.
Yes, I agree. I think she has social awkwardness issues. But yes, I agree. She's yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, that's not me trying to be like, well, you're a terrible person because of that. That's just what she kind of gives the vibe off as. And I mean, hey, I'm sorry if that's not what the vibe you mean to give off as. Then I'm right. I apologize. I feel bad because I would, if that's not what I meant to be portraying myself like, and that's how people picked it up as, I would be, discouraged and upset and maybe a bit sad about it too. But nonetheless, I don't know what the fuck to say. She's not doing anything that's making it seem any different. The YouTube channel she started up,
I haven't seen it. I knew she started one up.
I haven't actually watched any of the videos in full totality, but this sounds ridiculous, I've seen people talk about it, and I try my best not to let their opinions completely sway anything. And not like I'm dying to check out her channel anyway, but they've played like clips and snippets from her channel, and everything is just like, this is the most, you're trying to not be scripted, but this is scripted type of shit. I don't know. Oh snap! LOL, y'all drunk yet?
No, not me at all.
Maybe. No, I'm quite tipsy. It's one of those like every time I go to move, I realize how tipsy I am, which is maybe leading to towards the point of I could very well be drunk at this point. I don't know. Dan, what do you think?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not at all.
What'd you have to drink, Dan?
Pepsi and some strawberry something. Strawberry vodka.
Is that your go-to? It seems like vodka's always your go-to.
It's just because what I have here. But no, Trulies. I have some Trulies, but yeah, stuff like that.
And you didn't pull them out for the occasion?
No, they're over there.
They're over there.
I know.
Come on, man. Come on. Drew firing off with the questions here. Where would Ron Perlman as Hellboy rank in your favorite superhero casting choices? I
like the remake better than the first two. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I haven't seen the remake.
I actually do not hate the remake, but it's not good. But I don't hate it. I've only seen the first Hellboy with Ron Perlman. I have not seen the second one yet. But no, he's really good.
Yeah, no, I mean he's like absurdly fitting for that character.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. That is tough. I don't know where I'd rank him. What I have a very easy time saying though is he is a phenomenal casting choice. Like he's like, when it comes to like how much he fits that character, to me it's on par with like Chris Evans as Captain America or Henry Cavill as Superman. Stuff along those lines. I mean, heck, I might even go. I guess I could go maybe as far as like a Hugh Jackman as Wolverine type thing. I get it. There's not as many performances to compare, but he literally like Ron Perlman's depiction of it is like, the little I know about Hellboy, that's exactly what I picture him as though, right? Whenever I would think of what he'd be like, that's it.
Yeah. And I don't think David Harbour's a bad Hellboy, actually. But Ron Perlman is just perfect for this role.
Yeah. Let's see. There's some part I'm gonna go. I'm not too sure what's going on with a very interesting conversation taking place within there. Eric was throwing in though to jump finally back to something we were talking about. I didn't think the first Wonder Woman was as great as people said to begin with. It's fine. Look, that's okay, man. As long as you're not saying that the second one was better than the first one.
I think he had more fun with the second one.
No. Eric, no, you didn't. It's not even that I was bored and I was also just, I can't tell you how many times I like audibly said, what the fuck when I was watching that movie.
Yeah.
Like, and sitting there and like that, I was just like, what is happening? What's up with the villain? What is Pedro Pascal's character doing? In the sense, like, what's his end game? What is he trying to get to? What's his purpose?
Yeah.
And not just, why does he just like all of a sudden at the end of the movie, when she magically gets her lasso around him, even though she literally just couldn't seconds ago, but whatever. When she does that and then like gets him to stop his shit. So like, whoa. You're going to, just like that, you're going to stop. And it wasn't really him that stopped, right? It was her talking to the people. I'm sorry. Let me correct it. Yeah. So, all right, but still, it was her getting the rope around him that was dumb as fuck because that shouldn't have happened anyway. But okay, so like she's going to talk to some people and give like some really just shitty speech that should not have motivated anybody to do anything. And then he's just going to drop everything like it's no big deal. And then all of a sudden now he cares about his son that he didn't care about the whole movie. I'm giving purposely a very spaced out and non-detailed rip apart of this because I could go way more into it, but like even just at its like kind of base bullet points, it's like what happened?
You should do a Wonder Woman 84 video.
I'm not gonna lie. I probably would. I would be very, very much tempted to do so because like we were kind of saying before about when Dee was asking us like what do we review, like when do we decide to review something, how do we decide to review something, and it's obviously not just good stuff. Like it's hilarious to review things that suck. And I guess maybe I could because like it's just tolerable enough to where I would watch it again, mostly because just it's superhero related and I'm willing to put up with it.
Yeah, me too.
And it would be funny. It's actually a pretty good point, Dan. It would be pretty funny to just go ahead and tear that one a new asshole.
Yeah.
And I feel so pretentious saying that, as if like, oh yeah, look at what I have to say about this. No, it's just more so that would actually just be like a good time, and I would hope that people would get a kick out of that. So maybe, just maybe, Dan's added something to my review list.
Yeah. Jace, did you like Kristen Wiig? Not really just in that movie, but like in general, do you like her?
Yes.
Yeah,
I like I've always liked her ever since I knew her from SNL. I've always thought she's funny, and I don't dislike her in the movie until she actually turns into Cheetah. Then everything is just completely fucking stupid.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess that's all I'll say. But I mean, actually, she did a pretty good job of like subverting, I think, what most people's expectations were about her, and she actually held her own pretty well in there.
Yeah.
That's what
John is saying some weird stuff.
Well, hey, and actually, if you knew this John, you would not be quite as surprised. He is very much a character, and which I have always thought was hilarious. I love that you literally never know what is going to come out of his mouth. Although I like Wonder Woman 1 more after Snyder Cut, knowing now it was meant to build up to that.
So the Snyder Cut makes him like everything more.
How could it not? How could it not? And I'm Batman.
Because your friend said I'm. Oh, he's subbed to Brie.
Oh Jesus, man! Unsub. What are you doing? What? Why?
Eric,
all right. Maybe don't unsub. You don't need to take the time to unsub. But seriously, what? Why? Why are you sub to her? Oh, Eric. He said just because my friends hate her and I think it's hilarious. Okay, well, all right. I mean, that is. I don't know if that's the best way to shove it in your friend's face, Eric. Honestly, I think there's other ways you could do that, but fair enough. Seems like Eternals isn't getting as much hyper excitement than we previously thought.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think it would actually at first. I know I was really excited for it, but it's a no name. Like no one knows really who the Eternals are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, the cast, like you said, is good, and Chloe Zhao is good, but like Spider-Man: No Way Home's coming out, and that has one of the best Marvel superheroes, and might have Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in it. So,
did you see the Andrew Garfield interview with Jimmy Fallon?
No, I didn't.
Oh man, it's like it's a quick little thing because the interview in its totality is about more than just the Spider-Man thing. But they like Jimmy Fallon addresses it, and he doesn't like beat around the bush. He just like straight up says like, "Yo, like this is what we saw." But what's weird is he says it's a picture. Like they're talking about, hey, there's a picture of you and Tobey Maguire on set, and I was like, no, it's a video. Like it's a fucking 4K video, dude. Like,
plus we don't know that that's Tobey Maguire, right?
Right. And that's, yeah, I'm not even sure why he was like referring to that specifically, but yeah, from the video, it's clear that that's Andrew Garfield. But anyway, it was really funny because I'll just summarize it like this. Basically, Jimmy Fallon's like, hey, so we saw this picture. We know what's up. Do you know what's up? And then he was just like, Andrew Garfield like started laughing because you could tell he probably was just like, fuck, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say? I knew this was coming. And then it was something as far as like, he initially was like, well, if I could see a picture of it, if I saw the picture, I could tell you if it's fake or not. Which is like, come on, man. Like, the reason you're saying is you're trying to beat around the bush. And then Jimmy Fallon was like, whoa, the picture was deleted offline. Which again, I'm like, what are you talking about? It's still literally everywhere. Not, again, I don't know why you're saying a picture. It's a video clip, but it's like, you could YouTube it right now and you'll find it. And if you don't, then Google it and it'll bring it up on another website somewhere else probably. But it was kind of funny because when he was like, well, the internet deleted it. And Andrew Garfield was like, oh, well, how convenient, Detective Fallon. But anyway, so what was weird was this. After kind of beating around the bush a little bit, Andrew Garfield takes the time to explicitly say, he's like, I have heard about it. I saw the picture. It's a Photoshop. And it was like everyone, dude, nobody, you could tell, not one fucking person in that room believed him or watching is believing him. But it was like he just outright said it. And it was kind of like, okay, couple of things. Number one, just you're full of shit already. Number two, if it really was fake, why wouldn't you just identify that right away? Like, because he very much was like playing it coy. And also he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. What picture? You know, like that type of thing. And then all of a sudden was like, okay, look, jokes aside, I know what you mean. It's a Photoshop. Bro, come on. You're basically confirming you're in the movie without confirming you're in the movie. And I'll tell you this, man, I bet that whole thing was set up. I bet the whole ordeal of Andrew Garfield being on Jimmy Fallon, I fucking guarantee you that they knew this whole thing's coordinated, bro.
That's what I thought. That's what I'm
right?
thinking.
I guarantee that they coordinated the release of the leaking of that clip, right? Like, oh, you know what? Hey, look, this has been going on long enough. We're trying to build up more and more hype. So let's go ahead and put this out as like a confirmation, right? Now we got the trailer out. Let's put this out. And then Andrew Garfield, he's got a movie or whatever the hell that just came out. So let's have him do when he's doing his press tour, you know, with like different interviews everywhere. He's going to be on Fallon. Hey, Jimmy Fallon, we need you. We want you to just like hit the nail on the head. Like just go after this. Dude, because they're playing it up. You know they're playing it up as much as they can. It's working. I don't blame them. I'd be doing the same damn thing. But so it's all, I guarantee it's all a chess move to make more and more people just biting at the bit for it. Just, no, come on, just give us something. Like confirm it. It's already confirmed. That's all they're doing. They're literally just like lying through their teeth at this point with a smile on their face, but in a good way, right? Not like a fuck you type way, like a, you know what's going on here. Like, if you know what's going on here, you know what's going on here.
Yeah.
I am also eternal. Let's see. Okay. We get down to...
Jace, do we have a lot left?
No. Not quite. Let's see. Where did I at least leave off with? Okay. No, just throw it. Fair enough, Eric. Fair enough. I'm going to throw it out there just because it's a fair enough type of thing. Gal Gadot I thought was better in the second one. That I don't feel like is fair enough. But then the Snyder Cut is what finally made me love her as Wonder Woman and then love her in BVS. Snyder made her way more badass than in her solo movies. Agreed. 100%. Only the very beginning part of that line I don't happen to agree with.
Yeah.
I don't think she was better in the second one. Ooh, in all reality, she can whoop Superman's ass, though. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. 100%. It's actually what I like about her so much. Is like she's one of the only people that could do that. Let's see. Hey, Jace, I know you said you liked VHS. VHS 94 is going to be on Shudder next month.
Check out the trailer.
Whoa, wait a sec. It's another VHS? What?
I guess, yeah.
Because I think there's already 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
There's already a few.
Because I know I've seen the first 2. I don't know if I've seen the third one. I'm not sure if I've seen the third one. But anyways, fair enough. I appreciate the heads up, Hector. I'm gonna definitely check out the trailer. I'm curious to say the least. What's the deal, Dan? Do you know what the deal is? Like, is Shudder a separate thing, like another streaming service you got to pay for?
Yeah. Pretty much horror movies. That's what Joe likes to cover. So Joe has Shudder.
Yeah.
I have it right now, but I'm probably gonna get rid of it. It has good. Sometimes it actually has good horror movies. Sometimes it actually has like Halloween, like Nightmare on Elm Street. Sometimes. But it has some good originals. But yeah.
How much does it cost?
It's cheap. Well, it's like $5.99 a month.
Oh, okay. All right, not too bad. Did you guys see the trailer to
Paranormal Activity?
Oh, nope. No, I did not.
I haven't watched it yet, but I saw that it came out. But I haven't watched the trailer yet. But I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it's one of those. I'm not gonna say anything until I see the trailer because, like, based on the past couple they've done, all I can say is like I feel like they should have left it alone. So
Yeah.
I hope it looks good, and I hope it's gonna be good because it seems like that's one that maybe they should have dropped a while back because the first Paranormal Activity is just so. That's like such a well-made, like iconic type of thing, horror movie. I mean, and that started up obviously this whole franchise of stuff, and then even so many like spin-off type of things. And it's not to say they shouldn't have done anything else. I think that is they should have kept going with it, but like the third one, I remember seeing bits and pieces of, and I was just like, oh my god, they turned it into this.
Yeah. I've only seen the first one so far.
Yeah. Let's see. This is one of those where I feel bad. I'm not trying to purposely just go ahead and skip through stuff. However,
wait, Jace, do you scare easily? Do you like horror movies? I guess is what it means.
No, I mean I used to for sure. Like that when I was a kid, I was not good at handling stuff at all. Like Scream scared the ever living fuck out of me when I was a kid. Which made no sense because then I was Ghostface for Halloween for like a bunch of years. It literally, and it was weird because like if I was in the costume, it was fine. If I wasn't in the costume, it had to be hidden somewhere that I couldn't see it. Otherwise, I would freak out.
And you were Ghostface for me. The voice of Ghostface for me.
Exactly right. Yeah, which is hilarious because if like my past self, if me as a kid knew that one day I would be like voicing Ghostface in any capacity, I don't know. I'd probably just be like, no, I would never do. I have no idea what I would say actually, because it was always fun being him for Halloween. But yeah, it was. Anyway, point being is like it took me a while to kind of just even get into the idea of watching horror movies on like even. I'm not trying to say a regular basis, but like without like massively mentally preparing myself. And then I don't know what it was. I'm not joking. There was like a year where all of a sudden I was like, I didn't consciously choose this. I didn't like make a mental note to do this. I just all of a sudden I just didn't fucking care. Like it for some reason all of a sudden one year it just didn't fucking faze me. I was like able to watch stuff and it was like I found it more interesting than I found it scary. And that was a really nice turn, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know what it was that made that happen for me, but I'm very happy that it did because at that point, now I was able to just feel like I was like, cool, I could actually enjoy this for the messed up stuff it is, as opposed to just like, I can't, now I can't sleep. I can't fucking, this or whatever. I can't get up to go to the bathroom because something's going to get me. What about you? Do you like, is it a situation?
So I love horror movies, but yeah, I still scare pretty easily. I'm better-ish now. But Scream was the first horror movie that I saw. I wasn't that scared of it. I told you guys this, but Scary Movie 3, just the ring girl, scared me. But yeah, no, I scare pretty easily, but I still love them.
It is one of those where I guess like I'm willing to admit there's probably stuff out there that could still creep me out quite a bit. Like, with it, I'm not trying to say and be like, I can't be scared by anything now. Like I said, it's just I have such more of an appreciation for it and I'm like willing to watch more, but there are still, you know, times where it's just, I don't know, like stuff will like, if it like really resonates with you, creepy imagery usually sits with me more than like a jump scare. Wow, the timing of that was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
What was it? Was that your cup?
My Yeti, yeah. My Yeti cup, yeah.
Let's see. Shit, we got, I mean, like a decent conversation that's going on in the comics or comments and everything as far as some back and forth stuff, but not necessarily as far as questions, which is more than all right. It's not like everything needs to be a question per se. But I know that obviously we are getting to a point where, I mean, shit, we've been here for a decent amount of time in a good way. I'm glad that we were, man, because this is something I needed, like a good night of chilling. But I'm going to take a wild guess and say, I mean, based on kind of some body language and whatnot, then maybe you're also thinking as far as it's getting to like towards the tail end.
Yeah, I think so. But I did like it tonight. I had fun tonight. I have fun. I love all shooting the shits, but some more than others. But yeah, I definitely had fun tonight.
Yeah, no, this was by all means really good, especially given the fact that it was such a random, abrupt ending from before. And right, and all of a sudden, like to try and pick it back up and to have it turn into what it has, right? The fact that so many people have stopped back by to hang out with us. I mean, shit, even right now, we have basically the same amount of people as far as when stuff was first getting picked up and everything.
Yeah.
Guys, seriously, I do not mean to like undermine it at all or overlook it at all, whatever the better term would be. It is fantastic and amazingly appreciated that you have been here with us this whole entire time, whether you were with us with the first stream and then, you know, still with us now, or if you just happen to join on for this the second stream here. With that being said, though, I feel like we're at least going to go ahead and it's sad. I like hesitate to do this, but we'll go ahead and wrap it up for the time being, right? Yeah. Obviously, it's not the end of everything. But this is one of our other chances to say, hey, I want to throw out real quick. Everybody make sure that they're aware next week is the season finale of Shooting the Shit. We are still in the midst of deciding whose channel it's going to be on. All right, but we'll make sure you guys are well aware of everything. And when we say season finale, there's a reason why we're saying season finale. We are not saying, hey, thanks, guys. The end of Shooting the Shit is right? We're going to next week. That's the last thing. Yeah. No, we're simply doing this so that basically we all have, a proper chance, rejuvenate, stay, on top of our stuff. We got some actually really interesting plans for a second season that I think you guys will all be really excited about. So if there's anything to mention along, right now, it's just please feel confident and have that sense of security knowing we are coming back and we will not be waiting that long either, right? There's not going to be a huge gap in between seasons. It's basically talking Dan, a couple weeks, like a month at most, right?
I think it's a month at most. I know we might have I'll say now, I guess.
Yeah.
We might have a Halloween special. We are going to have a Halloween special.
Yes.
So, we know we're doing that. And then, I don't know when we decided, but we're going to come back for season 2, obviously. We love doing this. We love you guys. Yeah.
Seriously, yeah, this has been so much more, I think, than honestly any of us had really anticipated it to be. Like, I think, because this all started on a whim. Like, literally, for any perspective here, and I'll say this as many times as we can because I love being able to just, like, tell this simple but awesome story. This all started because we, as a group, just wanted to hang out one night.
Yeah.
Right? That's the legitimate, and we were not even going to stream it. Like, there was no intention. It was just we were going to hop on a video call, have some drinks because we all wanted to hang out as friends. And then it was a last minute thing that we were like, should we stream this? And then it kind of just turned into, why not? And now here we are, episode 8, right? Far into it. And it's phenomenal. I would have not asked for it to go any differently. And and very much looking forward to obviously next week. Going to make it a fantastic season finale. I'm going to make an effort to make sure I get fucking plastered for that. I feel like it's going to be wrong if we don't. Yes. And then by all means, even when there is the gap, it's not like we're still probably going to have live streams of different kinds. You know what I mean? It may not be shooting the shit, but we'll still be like doing other content and everything.
Yeah,
and,
yes.
Yeah, no one's going anywhere. But then by all means, I'll just kind of recap with we are coming back, season 2, starting off with it. Actually, wait, hold on, Dan. Are we starting the second season with the Halloween special? Is that
I think what we decided to do is the Halloween special is going to be its own thing, its own special, and then there'll be a season 2 premiere. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know when we're going to get back, but yeah, so it'll be season 2 premiere, and so we're looking forward to everything in the future because we have some good things planned.
Absolutely, yeah. I know. Yeah, we're really excited, guys. In the sense of, I don't mean to overhype it. You know, it's what you've been expecting, but just more of that in a really good way. But yeah, we're definitely going to be going ahead and having a very nice, kind of wrap up party for this. Good Halloween special to look forward to. Costume party, to say the least. And then by all means, a really exciting season 2. And then of course, just keep it going from there, right? See where things go. But until then, I will at least want to, just because it's our normal thing here. Dan, first of all, bud, thank you so fucking much for joining me this entire time. And I want to go ahead and throw it over to you. As always, if you'd like to say whatever it is you want to say about yourself and your channel.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dan from The Upside Dan. I just released The Eyes of Tammy Faye review today and a Black Widow spoiler recap and review yesterday with, I guess 2 days ago now. With an unboxing of the Target exclusive 4K, and I have 2 What If episodes up so far, and I'm working on more. Jace is a voice actor in my What If reviews, so I absolutely love that. Thank you so much, Jace. Yeah, so I'll just be working. I'll obviously have Marvel stuff up. I love Marvel and some other good things coming. So thank you. Please subscribe, and thank you so much, everyone, for chatting with us.
Very well said, Dan. That was very, very well put. You know what I forgot to do while you were saying all that?
It's okay. Yeah.
Son of a bitch. All right. Well, there you go. It's up there now. Go ahead and do that. And you know what? Obviously, this should seem redundant because you're on my channel right now if you're watching this, but make sure, if you're watching, guys, if you're not subscribed already, I mean, come on, right? You've been hanging out with us this whole time. Which is awesome. Don't you want to keep hanging out with us? You never know when shit like this is going down. Plus, we don't just do live streams. There's a bunch of stuff going down. And I will take, I guess, that moment to go ahead and even, again, right, mention that if you're here, you probably are aware of this. But nonetheless, definitely have What If reviews of my own that would very much appreciate you checking out. And seriously, go check out Dan's. I know I said it before, but this is not to kiss ass. I just am happy to be able to say this because I mean it. Very happy to be a part of it with the voice acting type of stuff. But it's definitely the fact that, guys, Dan has such creativity when it comes to making sure that you are not just strictly able to catch up on an episode of a show, but to have some solid entertainment and make you feel like it was worthwhile to click on the video in the first place. So please, right, if you just want to have like a good time whilst also getting a review of the show, because he does a good job of just reviewing the show too, but then go check his stuff out. And as a side bonus of it, then you'll also hear me, and hopefully you won't even recognize it's me, which means I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, it sounds like Jeffrey Wright.
I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm overcritical on myself, so there's some things I'm nitpicky about, but I'm happy with the job I did as well. And I wouldn't have ever done it, man, if it wasn't for you bringing it up.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So hope that there's more of that, right? Because obviously there's more episodes, so we'll see if there's more to that to come about like more voiceover stuff, and obviously a couple more episodes of What If to come. Also, I'll throw out, I know there's a lot of stuff we're throwing out at the end here, but I mean, whatever, we're wrapping it up. Be on the lookout, guys. I'm going to be doing, after the whole series of What If is over, there's going to be a live stream that I know Dan has agreed to be a part of it, and I'm going to go ahead and say that because he's at least mentioned Jonathan from Man of Movies should also be joining us for this, and we'll just basically, kind of a live stream, almost like we were with the Loki live stream, but what we felt about the whole series of What If in its totality. But that's that. And now that I get a chance to, let me go ahead and scroll down to this, because I didn't get a chance to do this before. So as I go ahead and end things, I won't even remove us from this. I'm just going to throw this out there. Everybody, we love you. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the night. We will absolutely see you soon.
Good night. Thank you so much.